Hello. Sorry, I've just done the classic thing that I've done once before, which is spill tea on the carpet on my way up the stairs out of this gigantic cauldron of tea. I've done it before. It's the second time, so don't do it again, Peter. Don't do it. Anyway, I'm here now. I should make...
Hello, Tiny Peter.
Hello.
How are you?
All
How
right.
was your weekend?
Barely.
Lovely to see you, my dude. Awesome job on the new episode of Worst Games Ever.
Thank
Love
you.
all the content and streams you do. All the best to you.
I should... hey, here's an idea. Maybe I should make a cup of tea before I hit the going live countdown. That's a crazy idea, isn't it? That would be really ridiculous and silly. Why would I ever do that? It's far better to make the tea whilst there's a 4-minute countdown happening. Admittedly, I don't make the entire... I boil the kettle first, and it's normally brewing as
Good
well.
morning, TP.
Before
I
I
hope
hit go
the
live.
weekend was good. Can we get a weather report?
I was thinking I should do a weather report today, because it is a little bit cooler. Certainly where I am, anyway, in the United Kingdom. So it's not as warm. I don't actually have the window open at the moment. I don't have a fan on. Probably not having the window open and not having the fan on and being shut in this room with a gigantic cup of tea is, all things considered, maybe a bit too warm. But if any one of those things was different, it would be completely fine, I would say. Very comfortable. But anyway, I'm good. Let me first say thank you to Stephen for subscribing for 6 months now. Crikey, that's a long time. I'm very well, Stephen. Thank you very much. I had a nice weekend. What did I do on the weekend? I baked some biscuits. Maybe at half time I might grab a couple of biscuits. Kind of wanted to have some with my tea now, but I thought I'm gonna have to rush upstairs to make it to my desk in time to hit, you know, press the button where it goes onto the camera. And I thought, if I'm carrying biscuits, then I'll definitely drop tea on the carpet. So I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to go upstairs with only the mug, and therefore I won't spill any tea. And I did, and I had to wipe it up before I got on camera. Not that anyone noticed. Anyway, thank you, Stephen, for the subscription there. I'm glad you enjoyed Worst Games Ever, and that you're enjoying the streams as well, and all the content that I do in addition. And Ed, thank you so much for 6 months. 6-month streak. That was the weather. That was my weather report for you. Thank you so much indeed for being subscribed now for half a year. Goodness me. And we've got a bunch of people on watch streaks as well. We've got the Jacobite on 40 streams. Wow. And Death89 on 15. Also wow. And I should say as well, thank you to Timmy Whiff, who subbed on the Go Live Soon, on the Going Live Soon screen, for 5 months on a 5-month streak via Prime. And you can only use that on one person, and you have chosen me, and that means an awful lot, Timmy Whiff. Thank you so much indeed. You should make the tea on stream. I should do that, actually. I think we've got somewhere in our shed or our garage, we've got a gas stove, which, you know, really is for taking out camping and stuff like that. We used to, actually, my earliest experiences of a gas stove are when I was a child on the summer holidays, and we used to stay with my grandma. I say stay with. My grandma lived next door to us growing up, but my grandma would look after us on summer holidays, so my parents could just still be at work all day, every day. So we'd go next door. Our grandma would take us out all over the place, and she was like a hip, energetic, like dynamo of a grandma. She was not like a doddery old woman. She was, you know, she would walk like faster than us. She'd go like 12 miles a day with her dogs and stuff like that, kind of a, you know, crazy grandma, who could do anything and everything, and she always had really cool ideas and stuff as well. And one of the things that she did is that she would bring a gas camping stove with us when we went out on little days out, whether we went to some, very Peter Austin kind of places, like some rocks or a field or something. But, like the best ones, the best fields and best rocks in the district. And we would go there, and for lunch, rather than like taking a boring sandwich with you in a bag, we would have bacon sandwiches that we would cook there. And there'll be all these other like families and kids around who were... they were just eating like a cheese sandwich that they made at home. We're cooking up bacon. And then when we were done with the bacon, and we've had bacon sandwiches, she'd go into her bag and she'd pull out a flask, and in the flask she would have ready mixed batter mix. When I say ready mixed, I don't even mean she got it out of a supermarket. I mean she had made it at home, mixed it herself, already mixed in a flask, and then she'd pour it into the pan that we'd just used, and we'd make flipping pancakes when we're out and about. So my grandma was the best. She's still the best, but she's not quite the dynamo she used to be. But if she ever heard me saying that, she'd be furious. So I retract that statement. She is a dynamo. Your gran sounds amazing. She's a lovely lady. She's brilliant. Love my gran. Have I got anything on my... Here's something completely irrelevant, but just because we're talking about that was gran's. And when they downsized, my gran and grandpa, she said... they were like handing all their things out, and you got all the parasite relatives coming along saying like, oh, well, are you taking that jewelry with you to the new house? Are you having that like 100-year-old piece of furniture? And I'm like, Gran, can I have the Canada Goose that used to sit on your shelf when we used to bake biscuits together? And she said, yes, Peter, of course you can, my darling. In fact, the biscuits I was just talking about that I baked on the weekend, used to make them with my grandma. So there you go. Now, are you starting to get an idea of where the sort of Peter Austin-ness of Peter Austin comes from?
TinyPeterPlays bucket.
It comes from times with my grandma. I went to fields and I used to bake biscuits. And look at me now. Who would have thought I would turn out the way I am? Everyone would. That's who. She was like Fanny Craddock, but not like all the negative things taken out. And instead of like a raw omelette, it would be fully cooked pancakes. Anyway, don't know how we got talking about my grandma, but yes, I should have a stove in here, shouldn't I? So I can make a cup of tea live on the internet. That's what we were talking about. Right, let me thank all these people who've been, subscribing and stuff while I've been gabbing on about my lovely gran. Loser Quest Show is on a streak for 5 months. Thank you, Loser Quest Show. We'll try not to break it again. Hey, no pressure. Don't worry about it. But nice to have you. Thank you so much. Willa Phil has subbed for 6 months, half a year, and another person on 6 months. Crazy. Thank you very much, Willa Phil. You certainly have the will of a stronger man than me to put up with this for 6 months. Yeah, that's right. Mergs has just subscribed for the first time via Prime. Sorry, it's not Mergs. I put the G after all of the R's. I don't know how I managed that, because there's that many R's that it's not like I could have sort of dyslexically transposed it in any sort of way. But no, it's Meg RRRS. Megas, I assume. Thank you so much, Megas, for that. Don't know how I managed to misread that as badly as I did. Hype Train.
Thank you, my darling.
It's particularly it being a Prime as well. Thank you so much. Thank you also to Addy P7, who's subbed for 5 months and has just put a little bucket there in the message. I will use the bucket. We're all going to use the bucket today, by the way. Something gross happens in one of the cutscenes, so prepare your buckets. We will use the bucket. Cheese's Life 89 has gifted 2 subs, one to Ray Thompson 777 and one to Amy Fields 9492. Thank you so much, Cheese's Life. Those are 2 lovely gifts to 2 what I assume is lovely people. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you, my darling.
Sorry, Mlate. He was watching yesterday's Wars Games. I hope you've recovered from Dean Ere.
From what? Dying ear. I'm dying ear. I thought he said dinner in a really sort of like he really enunciated. Hope you've recovered from dinner. I mean, if it's a main menu dinner, you do need to recover from that. You need quite some time. Thank you, 3 Cats in a Dressing Gown, for 6 months subbed. Don't worry about being late. I've not even started the game yet. I've been talking about my grandma for a while. So, there you go. Worst Games Ever was full of bugs. It was. It certainly was. Oh, yeah, I'm dying here. I remember now the way he said it. Yeah. Oh, I'm dying. Yeah. Problem is, we record these so far in advance and edit them quite far in advance as well. So I've seen all the episodes, but then I sometimes forget when it's not my turn to sort out the episode for that fortnight. I forget which one has actually gone out. So people will be like, "Hey, I loved Worst Games Ever. How about that bit where that guy like did the thing with the thing?" I'm like, yeah, uh-huh. And I'm like, which game did we play? Which game did we play? Yeah. Oh, I'm dying. It was good. So, thank you so much, everyone who has subbed there or gifted and brought us up to level 3 on the hype train is well on its way to filling up. Really appreciate it. So, thank you so much, everybody. And we're going to play. So, I'm just checking I've not missed anything in my chaotic intro, as I often do. But no, I think we're good. I think we're safe. I think we made it. C. Bennett said, "Peter, stop spilling your drink." Did you guess that before? Oh no, just say that was after Lobrotovich said, "There he is." I did wonder if maybe C. Bennett had guessed from the long black screen that maybe he spilled his drink on the stairs again. But no, it was probably after I said that's what happened. Right, let me get my controller. Ugh, here we go. And we're going to play some Crash Bandicoot today. Fake fan Peter doesn't even watch his own show. Yeah, I know. Not me. Couldn't be me. And I especially don't watch it a week early on Patreon because big fake fan. And that's what you are if you're not watching it early on Patreon. Yeah, you should pay money to prove that you're a real fan. You shouldn't. Just do what you want. That was the most facetious thing I've ever said, and no one should ever feel like they have to pay or donate or do anything like that for our stuff. It's always much appreciated, those who can do so, but not if you can't. You alright there, OBS? Do you want me to just give you a little... Do you want another go? Do you want to have another try? Have a try. Do your grunts. There we go. You did it. Well done. You made it. Fantastic. So we made it to Dinosaur Land. Last time. And we hucked around for a bit, didn't we, on some flashback tapes. But we have finished all of Crash's flashback tapes now. Platinum on every single one of them, which feels great. And then we've got Coco's to do. But for now, we're not going to do that. We're going to do some cave woman style stuff. Cave girl. In fact, it doesn't matter what we're dressed as here because this is not a Coco level. Wait a minute. Was that Neo Cortex? It was. We are playing.
Let's see how these prehistoric predators like my blaster's new settings.
Settings. We're playing as Neo Cortex, and we're going to have a wonderful time. Look at the hype train as well. Thank you, everyone who contributed to that. I really appreciate it. What have we got in our hype chest? Let's open it. No. It's a little pixely soldier doing a dance. Dodging bullets. Nice. Thank you, everyone, for the hype train. Cool. I pay money, but I have ADHD, and I don't even remember what my name is a lot of the time, so sometimes I miss the early Patreon releases, but that's a me problem, lol. Well, I mean, technically, yes, it is a you problem, Cheese's life, but I assume there's some sort of way to... Whoops, didn't even know that was there, that box. I got it by chance. I assume there's probably a way to set up some kind of notification on Patreon. So if you do want to address that and get the most out of your early access, I would have thought there is some kind of notification. Well, I guess, you know, with ADHD, I know from friends of mine who've got ADHD that it's not enough that you should necessarily that it would give you a notification, even if it's giving you a notification. so many other things going on in your mind that.
They laughed when I added blockification. Well, who's laughing now? Me.
Me. You'll see the notification and be like, yeah, I'll watch that at some point, and then ADHD happens, right? Right. Oh, we've got plants. So yes, Cortex has a gun. He has a little like jetpacky thing as well. In fact, he's not wearing a jetpack. He can just dash for some reason. Why didn't they put a little jetpack on his back? Or some jet boots or something. Anyway, we can blockify. Aren't these... I mean, they look like really distressed, actually, that they've been blockified, these guys. But, anyway, we can turn enemies into blocks and use them for platforming, which is a fun mechanic. Jump, dash. Did it. I don't think I can blockify these guys. No, I can't. My iPad dies numerous times because I forget to heed the notifications. Yeah, fair enough. Right, I'm gonna dodge that. Oh, hello. No, no! It got me. Yep, I get the notifications, but if I don't watch it, as soon as I get the notification, it flies out of my head. I do watch them all, and I love every single one. You and Ben are literally the best, and anyone who doesn't agree can fight me, lol. Now, the VOD squad can't see the chat when I'm playing a big, wide game like this, a 16x9er. So, they will have to decide, Jesus life, whether I was actually reading a message there or just pretending. I could do that more often, couldn't I? Just to trick the VOD squad. I could be like, sorry, let me just read the chat for a moment. Peter, why you so sexy? You so sexy. Ooh yeah, sexy Peter, sexy. Why you so sexy? Well, thank you very much. I was sort of desperately trying to think of a kind of a funny username, but then I was like, if I'm not careful here, it's going to come out.
You're doing incredibly well, aren't you? What a sexy player!
Right, there's a box here, by the way. How are you supposed to know that's there? It's literally, that is the epitome of hidden box. Yeah, I was trying to think of a funny sort of username, but I was like, if I get this wrong, it's just going to sound like I'm not really joking anymore, and I'm just a raging misogynist. So I didn't. Hey, could have been a boy, could have been a man saying I'm sexy. Used to get that a lot of What Culture. I don't know if Ben did. By which I'm not saying. Don't know if Ben did. Probably not. I just mean I don't know if Ben did, but I just know that I did. If there was ever a message or a comment on a YouTube video saying, "Oh hell yeah, Peter's presenting this one. He's so fine," it would always be a bloke. And you know what? That's okay. I mean, I'm taken, but I'm flattered. Thank you very much. Just don't take it too far, because some people do. And that is where it is not good. Not as sexy as Ben. Peter Sexton, they call him. Peter, you so handsome, why you so sexy, please answer, says Lord Brotovich. I won't answer. In fact, can one of the mods ban Lord Brotovic for harassing me, please? Feel free to just use my username to trick the VOD squad, says 3 Cats in a Dressing Gown. Okay, cool. It was 3 Cats in a Dressing Gown who said that, VOD squad. Ooh, okay. Wonder if my PS5's gonna like hang terribly again today. Remember, it's been doing that like worse and worse over the past couple of streams, and I'm kind of concerned that it's on its last legs. Is this last legs? Look, they even had fossils in dinosaur times. Such a pretty game. This is a pretty game. Quit reading my journal entries on stream. Peter, why are you so sexy, etc. says Did I Minis. Sometimes the notification causes overwhelm with all the other live notifications that makes us shut down. Maybe that's more my tism side rather than ADHD side though, says RV Kramer. Yeah, I mean, I've heard that from a couple of friends who either I've got couple of friends who have ADHD and a couple of friends who are autistic, and I don't know if I know anyone who has both, but I know there is a lot of what's the word, comorbidity there, which just means that they quite often occur together. But what was I saying? But yeah, I've heard that from friends that that notifications are not necessarily helpful at all in someone who has ADHD or otherwise some kind of condition that maybe results in God damn it, having issues with like organization, or keeping up with certain things. Like you would think, oh well, just enable notifications. No, overwhelm, not good, worse, by all accounts. So yeah, I hear you. Oh, I just shot the thing. Okay, that's cool. I have both. It depends day to day which flavour of brain spice wins out. I like the combination of words flavour and brain spice there. I have heard of I've heard people describing it as brain spice or neurospicy, but flavour as well. It being related to the word spice is interesting. What flavour of brain spice today? Ooh, not too spicy. I don't like it hot. Not today, please. Much to do. Would prefer not ADHD today, thank you very much. Oh. Okay. Oh God. So this zappy, blippy, jumpy thing. Hello words. Any of those would do. Is dash is probably the word I was looking for. Is fun, but when you have to do it in these side-scrolling segments, you generally have to be a bit more precise. So when you're in a sort of a 3D segment, you're kind of just using it to cross gaps, and generally the gaps are going to be... Can I just... Nice. The gaps are going to be shorter than your dash length, but with these segments, it's kind of built quite precisely around dashing and making platforms and things, so it can be a little bit tricky. Need list brain today, not jingly keys brain, thank you. Says RB Kramer. Yeah. As I say, it's not... I don't have the personal experience, but I've heard many a tale from people very close to me. So...
I've never tried a volcano lair.
Oh!
Do good guys have volcano lairs?
Oh yeah, he's a good guy now, of course, remember?
To learn.
Okay. I've got big sweeping branches here to deal with. Oh, he's got a good mask. It's not Uka Uka. It's Aku Aku. We love to see it. Excuse me, everybody. There we go. It's true, he never has tried a volcano lair. He should do. Oh no! I got on there and I panicked and overcorrected. Uka Uka is currently unavailable. He is. He's dead in a time prison. Or is he? The important question here, Peter, is: are you too sexy for your shirt? Well, I could be. My brain, whenever I hear reference to that song, goes to not the actual song itself, but the advert that used to be... Was it for Fruit Pastels? It was for something fruity. I think it was for Fruit Pastels. It was I'm too fruity for or too chewy, maybe. I made a mistake here getting on a bouncy one instead of a... Oh no, okay, I'm going to have to Okay, fine. But, was it too chewy? Or too fruity? I think it might have been too chewy. But it was reworded, and it was this sort of young-ish guy. I don't know if he was sort of a teenager or maybe he's kind of in his 20s. And he would talk about like slightly different things that he was too fruity or chewy for. Oh, I've done it again. Okay, fortunately, I've got skills to pay the bills, so managed it. So he would say, again, I can't remember if it was too fruity or too chewy, but he would be like, I'm too fruity for my dog, too fruity for my cat.
No volcano lair. I can feel my nostril hairs sizzling.
Oh no. And it would show his cat and his dog in his house, and he would say, I'm too fruity for my dog, too fruity for my cat, too fruity for my shark. And then there was just a shot of a shark in like a fish tank. And that's all I really remember. It may have been Chewits, Pup Wheelie. It could have been too chewy. Yeah, maybe it was Chewits and it was I'm too chewy for. But that's what I go to when anyone references that song. It's not too sexy. It's about being too chewy. I like how it ultimately it failed as an ad because the one thing I didn't remember is what the product was. I guess back in the day I would have known, but yeah, I forgot. Right, it's about to get Bugs Bunny lost in time up in here. Ooh! Because we've got some Brontosaurus bridges, as they were called in Bugs Bunny.
Haven't seen mushrooms that big since I left the Gigantizotron running overnight.
Gigantizotron. Embryo. Revivotron. Okay, bouncy. And then maybe we bounce and we... Yeah, that's what we do. P47 Mulf on a watch stream for 20 streams. A watch stream, a stream streak, a stream streak, whatever you want to call it. I don't mind. Whatever you prefer. Okay, I think this is actually the way that we have to go, up and over. So I'm going to go down first because there are some boxes here. I'm just going to... Oh! Mask coming into its own. Oh, now I'm a bit buggered, actually. Hang on. Let's make this one bouncy. And this one. There we go. Nice. It was Frutella. The ads on YouTube. Oh yeah, I remember Frutella. Frutella was basically Chewits, wasn't it? Ooh. There was Frutella, which was sweets, but there was also Fruitini, which was like a little pot of kind of jelly. A kid at my primary school used to have Fruitini in his lunchbox. I feel like I may have left the box up there. Oh, maybe not. Look, it's 91 out of 101. That's 5. Well, not been that many TNT nitros there, have there?
It's a sheep.
Oh, maybe I did leave a box. I feel like just as I came down, there was maybe one up there. Never mind. 101. God damn it. Probably hidden behind some bullshit log or something. Shit log. Chewits did a parody of I like to move it. Yeah, I like to chew it, right? Sure. Hidden gem there as well, somewhere. Goodness knows where. Whatever. Off we go. I used to think that Frutella and Nutella were related in some way. Hey, I think they all go to the same family reunion. Cortex timeline's unlocked. He started a foe, now he's a friend? Experience Cortex's point of view. I think I will actually just quickly backtrack and go and do that. level because it is quite fun. And this is where I think this is the best moment in the game of having the soundtracks kind of mixed into each other. I really like this one. So you'll hear the music that was in the background of this level, but now with the Cortex theme overlaid. Thank you to the new follower. That was Brock the One Beast 26, who is also in the chat saying, "Have you completed it before?" I have.
Must reach the spot.
The spot. So this is back in time. This is pre-Cortex being our friend. This was when we were doing this level initially as Crash. Cortex was also in the area doing stuff, and we're going to find out what he was up to. Yes, Brock the Beast. I have played this game before. I've not, when you say completed, I've not 100%ed it before. I'm not going for all those insanely perfect relics and stuff. Got too much to do in life. But I have completed this a couple of times and had a lovely time doing it. Whoops. You wouldn't know that I've completed it before, pulling moves like that, like a noob. But I have, I promise. The spot. Oh no, bouncy. We got to get this. We've got to have it. Oh, it is full. Let's turn the sound effects down a bit. There we go. Cortex theme coming in. Not yet. It's happening. It's on its way. Oh, that's a long way over. I might just shoot the top off. Yeah, that's better. Do 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 do. I wonder if the composer of this game had to kind of work backwards. And, you know, when they're designing the main theme for this level, they're like, yeah, but there's also a Cortex mission in this bit. So I'm going to have to come up with like a chord progression that is going to make sense when the Cortex theme kicks in. Oh, God. Sky high box right at the start, maybe, says Jay the Cerebral. Was there a super high box at the start of that level? That would have been it, I guess. I don't think I got a sky high box. No, that's not the way up. Is it this? Is this really bouncy? Oh yeah, it is, okay. They all have different bounce heights in this game, those boxes. In fact, they may have done in previous ones as well. I can't remember if it varied. Oh! Hello. There we go. So that's a little bit of Cortex platforming. Oh, was there a box above him? Yes.
Wow! I am not an animal. I am Crash Bandicoot.
Hell yeah! Hello Raiders, that's Awarded Comb 2584 raiding with a party of 7. Nice to see you Raiders, welcome in.
Have yourself a bite of Bandicoot stew.
Stew! I did see that someone else was streaming this game just before I went live streaming this game, Crash Bandicoot 4. So is that you? Is that how you found this stream? A fellow Crash 4 streamer? Is that what we're dealing with here? In any case, oh damn it! I sort of tested it. I was like, is that going to bounce? Yeah, it is. And then I still kind of went back into the exploding zone there. Hello, Awarded Comb. Nice to see you. Whoops. I was playing Twin Sanity. Oh, okay. Oops. Yikes. Okay, hang on. You know, I've been talking since I've been started streaming this game. I've been talking about the fact that I haven't. No, what am I doing? I need to dash out of that bounce straight away. I've been talking about about other Crash games, and Twin Sanity being one of them. In that I've never streamed it. I've never played it, in fact. Never mind streamed it. I've never played it at all. And of all the kind of post... There we go. Oh, that's a tricky maneuver. Of all the post-Naughty Dog Crash games out there, I have heard some good things about Twin Sanity. I understand it's not perfect, and it's not... You know, none of them were really traditional Crash Bandicoot games anymore after Naughty Dog. I guess Wrath of Cortex was technically... It was done in the traditional style, but it was just executed slightly differently, some would say. But... Oh no. I wonder if I could be a bit cheeky here, actually, and if I was like... Can I... If I wanted a bit of hang time without... Yeah, I think if I could do a bit of precision, kind of... I could dash into the wall if I needed to. Oh, there we go. It's just so tricky, that little bit there. Right. Hang on, what am I doing? I could be shooting these nitros if I wanted to. I've just realised I've got a gun. And... Okay, I mean, maybe not so close as that, but... I'm a fool. They bounce, so why not shoot them? What an idiot. The game has given me a gun for a reason. I mean, maybe not for this reason, admittedly, but... Nice. I still have to deal with the ceiling above me here, but at least I'm not in danger of some of the other nitros. I've also got a sympathy mask, which is nice. Jump! Okay, I did actually take my mask, but that's fine. I will take that. Oh, see, it's just... I don't want to, like, overshoot there. That's the thing. I'm trying to do it by just a bounce, but... Oh, god damn it. So you get raided, and then you just become the worst player in the world, don't you? That's how it goes. Whoops. Oh, well, that was just a very silly mistake. It's very fun in my opinion. I would say give it a go in the future. Hope you're enjoying Crash 4. I certainly am. I do love this game. It's very, very pretty. It's got a wonderful soundtrack. And it's so easy. What do you mean 8 deaths? Who just said 8 deaths? What? Oh no. I mean, now some of these are just ridiculous. That's just carelessness. Oh, I'm doing it again. I'm focusing so much on the fruit above me that I'm just overshooting the arrow now. Terrible. Terrible. There we go. I've been overthinking that jump there. You just use the arrow and go like that. Okay, that did not need to be anywhere near as hard as I made it. That was insane. Insane, some might say.
Just a few more steps.
Remember this? When we were running along there? Who sneezes like that? So he accidentally detonated the boat slightly too early. So there we go. We made it. Was Twin Sanity the one with the unusual soundtrack all done by an a cappella group. Yeah, was it all a cappella, RV Kramer? I know that I've heard a lot of the tracks, and there's a lot of sort of ba ba da ba bum 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 and stuff like that. But I didn't realize it was fully a cappella. That's crazy. Oh yeah, Spiral Mouth did the soundtrack. What? And the whole thing was a cappella, was it? That's pretty cool. Wow, interesting. Right. Awarded comb sneezes like that. Okay, cool. Takes all sorts, doesn't it? Oops. I was going for a spin there, but I pressed it a frame too late, I think. Just as I head bonked the thing. Right, there we go. So there we go. Let's see if we can get this box. I've almost certainly missed a crate somewhere, but... Nice. Are you aiming for 100%? Absolutely not, I'm afraid. This game, as I imagine you know, as a fellow Crash streamer, well, I'm not just a Crash streamer, I should say, for those of your raiders who've come along and want to know a bit more about me, I'm a kind of a general retro-ish streamer. I kind of say that I'm a retro streamer, but really, that's not entirely accurate. In that, I mean, this, for example, is not a retro game, but at least it's retro series. But yeah, I play a lot of Spyro, a lot of Crash, but other things too, particularly if they've got kind of a retro feel about them, retro inspiration. Whether it's 3D platformer, even if it's a modern one, or I played Reanimal recently because I really liked the way that games like Little Nightmares and Inside and stuff have done their design. Kind of feels retro, even though it's lovely and new and flashy. But yeah, as I'm sure you know, this game is very demanding at 100%. Those insanely perfect relics are indeed insane. Couldn't have thought of a better name for them myself. Right, so... Oh no, okay, hang on. Okay, nothing else up there. That's good to know. Yeah, I get what you mean. I love those these types of old retro games. Yeah. Right. So somewhere we've got another switch crate to press. It might be inside the waterfall. I'm trying to remember. Oh, the slippy ones are so bad. Okay. Oh, I did that last time I came to this level. If you skid off there and try and do a slide jump to get a bit of extra height, which you don't need, admittedly, you do not need the extra height to deal with that that whole area. But if you slide off the edge of that those ice floats, it instantly triggers a you touched the water death animation. So, not a wise move from me. I always forget, is there something back here? Yes, there is. Have you played CTR? I certainly have. I played the original. I played Nitro Fueled. Big fan of both. Now that is a game that I'm not particularly good at. I do understand and love the sliding boosting mechanic. I know that some people, when they first pick up that game, some of my friends and family who've played it, find it quite difficult to get to grips with at first, which I understand. But it's one of those things, isn't it, that's fun to master. But yeah, so I do understand how to boost and stuff in that game, which some people don't, which is fair enough. But that's not why I say I'm bad at it. I'm bad at it just because I'm bad at it. Generally. I can be boosting around, but I'm still not going to win a race. You know, on a casual level against people, you know, just like playing on the couch kind of thing, probably fine. But the moment I start doing any online multiplayer in nitro fueled, it's over. It's over for me. I just picked up K's and the Wild Masks on deep discount from one of your old TJ Mini reviews. I miss your regular takes on new platform games. K's and the Wild Masks. I can't say I remember that. Which is not a glowing... Oh, yeah. Yeah. This rings a bell. I have seen this before. Nice. Well, I hope you're enjoying it. Yeah, I found the same. Really do love the game, though. The original is my favourite kart racer. It is really good, isn't it? I get why Mario Kart, you know, does have such a legacy and a reputation for being such a good kart racer series. But I do kind of feel like Crash is genuinely a good contender. I'm just going to go all the way to the back here just to make absolutely certain that... Ah, see? I thought there might be something. Ah, yes, it's that. I think you could definitely make a case for Crash Team Racing being one of the best kart racing games ever made. And, you know, Mario has the pedigree and it's got the longevity. It's got the, you know, it's such a long-running series, the Mario Kart games. But... And, you know, your mum knows who Mario is, your grandma knows who Mario is. I'm sure that helps, but, yeah. You gotta give Crash his dues. Naughty Dog made a very, very, very good kart racer. And it was very well remastered as well. Or remade, really. It wasn't just remastered. Have you seen the custom tracks they're making for CTR and PC now? They look so good. I have, yeah. I follow a few accounts on YouTube who play custom CTR tracks and also custom Spyro levels, because they are happening now with the Spaghetti Spyro as it's called, Spaghetti Spyro system that people are using to mod the game. Nice. And the reason I've not really talked about it or covered it on stream up until, well, yeah, at all at this point is because I really want to kind of properly get to grips with it all and be able to... Oh my god, I thought a thing was going to have dropped by now. I bounced along on those boxes thinking, oh, by the time I'm done bouncing, another ice cube will have landed. But it didn't. But yeah, I'd like to do a proper stream or series of streams where I play some of these custom Spyro levels. And for now, I don't really know enough about it to properly cover it. I really need to like get stuck in, get to grips with it all, you know. Ooh, hit the ceiling there. Just gotta go back now. Okay. I can probably just... I might be able to just bounce from those two all the way to the right if I get there. Yeah, I can. Could have just done that the whole time. Anyway, there we go. CTR only just edges out Mario Kart 64 as my favourite kart race, says Jay the Cerebral. Yeah, no, I'm with you. Now, Peter, hard question. Would you rather play the Crash games or Sabrina the Teenage Witch PS1? Well, you may jest, Awarded Comb, but for some reason, I've talked about this before. When I was first started streaming last year, I was trying to decide what game to do for my debut stream, and I was thinking, oh, you know, I could do what people expect of me and do some Spyro. Do some Spyro, or do some Crash, or do something like that. Or for some reason, I feel like maybe I should play Sabrina the Teenage Witch: A Twitch in Time. I don't know why that game in particular came into my head. I thought, you know, people like bad games. They like to see me play bad games. And that's a bad one, but it's still kind of my wheelhouse, you know. It's still a 3D platformer. So I nearly played that exact game on stream for my very first session. I didn't, but it's just loading. But I may yet do it sometime. Yeah, I've seen those Spyro levels. They look great. Yeah. The only Naughty Dog games I've played have been the Uncharted series. I was tempted to play Crash when I was younger, but just watching this is enough to convince me I would rather just watch. Well, you're welcome to just watch, Gemesis. I'm glad to be able to sort of do the public service of providing you an experience of Crash Bandicoot without you necessarily having to play the games. To be fair, Crash 4 is a lot harder and more demanding than the others, I would say. I mean, the others can be tough when you're going for absolute 100%, but you know, even it often just comes down to like the last few percent where it gets difficult there. Whereas Crash 4 gets difficult even for an any percent completion, like just to get to the end of the game. You know, the last few levels are actually quite hard, even by this game's standards. You'll see when I get to them that, you know, even if we're not going for any boxes, which we will be, but even if we weren't, and certainly not interested in any gems, I'm still going to struggle when it comes to, doing those levels. Those slippery ones are the worst. I don't mind the ones that break when you stand on them, because I'm never really hanging around on these things for more than a couple of seconds, but... And I always have to float right to the back because I forget what is behind me. Oh no! The boat left me behind. Okay. No, I've done it again. Oh, landing on those and having to adjust forwards and backwards is not good. You want to be able to just land on them sideways. Doo-doo. Okay, here we go. Much better. Do-do-do-do. Whoops. Much better, he says, touching an enemy. That's fine. So... that red switch is going to turn all of that stuff on in the background. Let's just go get that yellow fruit first. Oh no! Damn it! If you don't know where you're going on those, you're in trouble. You need to kind of know which direction you're going. I'd love to check out Knightley's Adventure one day. Oh yeah, is that, or is it, do you mean Kingsley, is it? Kingsley's Adventure? Kingsley. We're both wrong. Or maybe you do mean Knightley's, but I'm thinking of Kingsley. Oh, my bad. Knightley's Adventure is also a... Oh no, yeah, it's auto-correcting to Kingsley. Hello, by the way, Buddy Games. I'm assuming that's Nico. I would love to try that game at some point. I can't believe I never have. It's been on my radar for a while. For those who don't know, it's a PS1 3D platformer. I think it's a little bit more... it's got a bit more combat to it, so it's almost like an adventure game. Because you're kind of running around, I think you've got a sword in your hand and there are some enemies and stuff. But it's very mascot platformer aesthetic, even if it's not technically a full-on, like a proper, pure 3D platformer kind of game. But yeah, you're a little fox in, I think, a suit of armor or a cowl or something, and I think you have a sword, and you do some platforming, and I don't know that much about it other than having seen some screenshots and a bit of footage. But I would love to play that at some point. That would be a fun thing to stream. Okay, so let's grab this. Let's wait until some stuff arrives. No. There we go. Some stuff. That's what we wanted. Oh, no, okay, hang on. Wait for the one that ends with a boat. Oh, that's fine. Okay, so... Ooh, that's the end of the dock. If you're not moving at all when you land on the icy... It's all ice, isn't it? But, you know, the particularly icy ones, the slippery ones, then you're fine. You can just... if you land on them perfectly stationary, even though they're moving... Oh, there's stuff in that waterfall. I wonder if anything else controlled by that switch crate is... If I've missed anything... Oh, we're going to carry on now. I'm not that bothered about getting the crate gem. No, I meant Kingsley. I misspoke. Sorry. Yeah, the box art looks like the kind of game I would have picked up as a kid. Yeah, I totally agree. Buckle up. It's a very spenny game. Oh, no. Is it? I suppose a lot of those games are now, those PS1 games. I imagine if you want to break the law and emulate it, which technically you're only allowed to do if you own the game already, but you know, you do what you want to do, everyone. But I imagine there will be an ISO out there for it, so you would at least be able to emulate it illegally. Do. Right, there's no way there are that many nitros to destroy. There are that many nitros to destroy. Okay, cool. Oh, I guess in that Cortex area still. We're still on that level, aren't we? We're playing as Cortex at the start of this, remember? Me neither. Anyway, gem. We've got quite a lot of gems there. We've probably unlocked an outfit now, because we had a few from this level at the start. Oh no, sorry, I'm thinking of... When you do the inverted modes, you get 2 sets of 6 gems on one level, but that wasn't an inverted mode, it was just a side path. You see, I was thinking, oh, we've already got, you know, 5 from Snow Way Out. If we get a bunch more, but that's not how it works. Right, so we do have, I think we've got some, like... Yeah, we've got a dingo dial level to do as well. I think I'll progress the story a little bit for now. Because, hey, if I don't make it as far as the gross bit in today's stream, then the thumbnail that I picked and the stream title is not going to be relevant, is it? So, I do need to get there. Right, Caveman Crash. Or should be Coco. I don't think I... Yeah, I dressed as Coco for this one, but then it's a Cortex level, so we'll give her a chance now. She's got a laptop though. It might be prehistoric times, but she has got her laptop with her, and that's all right. Do. Whoa! I forget that those logs actually fall. Here we go. This is the Bugs Bunny. Oops. Oh, Oh no, poisoned. Anything up there? No. Not paying attention to these plants. The moment projectiles are introduced, into a Crash Bandicoot game, it's choke time. This is one of the only levels I managed to get a platinum relic on somehow, says Jay the Cerebral. There's bonus gems in this inverted level, Mr. Bandicoot, yes. There are many obstacles in these levels. Ooh, I did it again. I kind of forgot that guy was there. I just got lucky that he didn't hit me. And again, they're shooting me from the next platform, and whenever I'm playing Crash Bandicoot, all I'm ever thinking about is the current platform. I can't see past the end of Coco's nose, pretty much. Oh, there's another one. No. Okay. You shoot me. If only Coco had brought her bazooka. Yeah, what happened to the bazooka? The fruit bazooka. Ah, Danny Lolly. Not seen him in a little while. Okay. Oh. Oh no. Woo. Okay. Oh no. We've got to, yeah, we have to phase the obstacles in and out of existence here, which is, I think this might be the first time that you have to do that in the game. I don't think we've been doing it up until now. And it'll kind of trick you because it'll sort of be like one on, one off, one on, one off. Oh, there we go. And then suddenly there'll be two in a row of one kind or another, so it'll kind of confuse you. Right, here we go. Did you see the massive dinosaur that just spotted us in the background? This is what I love about old game genres, you know, like a Crash Bandicoot game, being modernized, either in a remake / remaster or with a sequel with modern technology, because Crash has been doing this for a long time. Crash has been running away from dinosaurs or polar bears or boulders since 1990. Oh no. 1996. And, okay, here we go. If I hit that from the bottom, is it going to break? Do I have to... Oh, I do. Well, hang on. Let me... Surely I don't... Oh, I do. I mean, can I just... Do you think there's anything above that? There could be. The fact that it's even... There we go. There wasn't. Okay, that's fine. So yeah, they've been running away from stuff for a long time, but now, you know, the chase is fully animated. You've got the dinosaur kind of tripping over and making swipes at you and stuff. It used to just run in a straight line, pretty much. Did you get the tape? Oh, I don't think no, I didn't, Pup Wheelie. That's a good point. I didn't get the tape. I mean, we're too far gone now, I think. We're like, there's a chance that we're on for having got all the boxes, so I might just crack on. Not even sure where the tape is. I think it's further. I think it's quite far down on a like a lava side-scrolling segment, maybe. Cheska's on a 20 stream streak. Thank you so much, Cheska, for that. Thanks for being here. Tapes get crazy from here on out, far through the levels. Yeah, they do. A lot of the Cortex ones are right at the end, I seem to remember. Like the Cortex Castle ones. Got some little baby T's here watching us. Oops. Oh, he found it funny. Well, I'm glad someone's amused. About 2/3 of the way through the level, I think. Okay. Look at them all. Loads of them. Am I expected to go all the way over there? I suppose I'm... Oh no, there's a switch up there. Okay. Nice. And a final switch to build the bridge. Oops. Didn't really think about the implications of what I was doing there. That was foolish. I should have spun right at the top of my jump. Now we've got to do all this switch gubbins again. But that's fine. That's what we play Crash for, right, everyone? Right? Huh? Ooh, no, hang on. Hello, Suspect Prince. Welcome in. Nice to see you. Playing some Crash today, as you can see. Right. The bridge is built. Okay, let's think about this. One, two, three, four, five. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, you know, the nitros would have blown it up anyway, but whatever. 38 out of 38. Nice. Go us. Go team. Go team. You helped there. You did some of that. Right. Down. Almost went the wrong way. Oh yeah, now there's a rail grinding chase segment, which is fun, but oh, and look, that's a little reference because you're almost being chased by Triceratops, but they're just running away from the predator. I'm gonna let him kill me. Oh, I got munched. I missed some boxes there, but I think it's meant to be a visual throwback to the fact that Crash gets chased by Triceratops in Crash Warped, which are herbivores, but for some reason still chase him. Well, I'll tell you why they chase him, is that originally in Crash Warped, there was going to be a caveman sitting on the back of the Triceratops, sort of riding it. One of the sort of square-headed lab assistants, Cortex's lab assistants, who was actually riding on the back of the dinosaur, and in a prototype version of the game, you can see that he was there. You can actually see a caveman riding on his back, and I think it was even sort of equipped with sort of armor, horse armor, if you like, back then. No, is he going to break that for me? Please break it for me. He broke it. I didn't do so well there. The third chase segment is really tight. Oh, off he goes. Oh, he just fades away. Yeah, there's another chase segment that I seem to recall is incredibly... Is there something above that? No, surely not. Surely not. Yabba dabba do. This is precisely why I prefer to just watch. It is tough. So there's the tape. Yeah, it is in the lava side-scrolling bit. I did say that that's where I thought it was, and turns out I was right. Whoops. Oh, damn it. Lava bubbles. They'll get you. Those lava bubbles. They're gonna ruin your day. No, there's one. No. See, these moving platforms, not only are they moving platforms, but they sink when you stand on them. So you've only got a moment to react. Oh, look at these bubble every time. That bubble is there. Right, wait for this next bubble. Oh no. Jumped slightly too early there. I went to school with Shirley Not. Yes, thank you, Genesis. I was waiting for someone to say it. Didn't Horse Armour just resign? Yes. Prime Minister Horse Armour. Right, there's the first bubble, which we've dodged. We now have a mask that we didn't have last time. Okay. Here we go. I imagine Dinosaur will smash all of that for me, but I don't trust him. I do my own work. Look at me go. Whoa. Oh god, I went actually down that hole. I managed to recover. Wow, I somehow first tried that, or second try. Was that first try? I normally always get bitten by him in that final jump. I'm like spending that long platforming over the final set of platforms that he leaps over and kills me.
Thank you, my darling.
Sean Wallace, thank you so much for subbing for... Oh, and I got the gem! I think it might be the first time I've got the gem from this level. Go me! Well, now I'm going to quickly jump back in and get the tape. And we might even get a 3 lives one now if I'm not going to, you know, worry too much about getting boxes, then I could still very much die multiple times just falling off cliffs and things like that. But yeah, if I'm blitzing through. Oh no. Oh yeah, actually I'm going to have to restart every time, aren't I? Because I want the tape. These plant guys are the worst. I think I died more to these plants than anything else in this level. So I just need to keep my eyes forward. That's the main thing, is I'm just not watching far, just, you know, literally one platform ahead of me to see whether there's a plant spitting acid at me, like that one. I also find that these dinosaurs have quite narrow heads. Not sort of body shaming them, but it can be... Oh no! It can be quite difficult to land just in the right spot. Thanks again, Sean, for subbing via Prime for 4 months. Means a lot. Those dinosaurs got lost in time. They did. They ended up in this game instead. Man, having the fruit bazooka really would be useful in this level, wouldn't it? Oh, nice. Okay, checkpoint. We don't need it because we're going to do this all in one go. Right, now here, I'm not going to worry about boxes. I'm just concerned with obstacles. Okay. Again, let's not die here, because we want that tape. Whoa! Oh man, he's fast. Push the nitros. Jeez. I swear he's chasing me harder than he was before. Oh. Alright, there we go. How did that happen? We'll find out later. Look out for the stinky bubbles. Do not want to get taken out by a stinky bubble. Again, obstacles, that's all we care about. Don't die. Oh no. Obstacles and gaps, that's what we care about. Okay. It's focus time. Am I leaning forward yet? Okay, got a mask. There's the tape. Hell yeah. Okay, well, straight into the lava. We got our tape. That's fine. Okay, I may as well attempt to finish this level in 2 deaths or less, because then I'll get a gem for it. But you know, I don't mind. Really. Oh, whoops. Okay, 1 death or fewer, or less. Okay. Well, if I do this in 1 again, like I did last time, we've done it. We've got an extra gem out of this. Not that it matters at all when you're not going for 100%, but we're going to get a tiny little dopamine rush. It's going to contribute to my addictive personality and mean that later in life, I end up in a casino at 60 years old. Hell yeah! Give me that gem. Still didn't get the hidden one. Don't care. I do care. Oh, we can unlock Balloon Crash if we get 3 more gems from this area, from the inverted mode. Oh, okay, here we go. Oh, he's dressed as a caveman for this cutscene. Oh, and so's she. Oh.
Goodness, if it isn't Lonnie Lonely. How are you, brother?
Sorry to interrupt, but existence could end at any minute, so can we hurry?
When's existence ever done anything for anyone anyway?
Oh, don't mind Grumpy Gus. He's always a downer.
Ah, Grumpy Guts.
Don't mind me. I don't matter. Nothing matters.
Now that we found Ika Ika, that's all 4. What's next?
We can't close the rifts until we stop whatever's opening them.
That would be Entropy and his precious rift generator.
Sounds like it's time to kick some entropy butt.
Bite. It was a really good move. They didn't. I don't think they realized just how good a move it was, Naughty Dog, when they added Coco.
May I assist?
May I assist? Potentially, yes. Can you open a rift for me, please? Oh, there we go. Oh, we're going to space. The one place not yet corrupted by the stink of capitalism or something. Adding Coco in Crash 2 and then in later games was a masterstroke because it meant that they were able to actually tell a story in this game by having a protagonist who can speak on behalf of Crash. I mean, I guess they could have just had, like, Aku Aku do it or something. You don't see very much of Aku Aku in this game. Either in cutscenes or even in the game at all. You don't pick up many of them. They, you know, you get Lani Loli at the very beginning of the game, and then right, we're in space, so we're going to be cyber now. That's why Daxter was essential in Jak and Daxter. Yes, exactly. That's why irritating Daxter was essential.
dial.
Easy, chums. If I was here to
Why is it out of sync?
you'd be cactus.
And why is it kind of quiet?
Found him lost out there. Caught him up on the whole time-space, thing.
Yeah, just trying to get home. I was enjoying the retired life, see?
Got it. Our bad guys had to change a heart too.
Bad guy.
Bad guys. It's Oxide. And who's Entropy F?
Entropy.
Take your ship to planet Bermugula and be on the lookout for ships approaching the rift generator. We can't afford any unwanted visitors.
At once, your foulness.
You manage our affairs with such poise.
Naturally, as do you.
Oh. 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 Oh, the lip bite. That's a bit, incestuous, isn't it? I wonder if that was quiet because I turned the sound down so we could listen to the... No, I think that cutscene just had a bit of a paddy because it looked a slightly low quality. It was fractionally out of sync and it was quieter than like any sound effect. And the previous cutscene was fine. Anyway, that was the bit where it turns out there is a female entropy from another dimension, from Torna's dimension, and they love each other. They want to kiss. So I'll use the bucket. I'll use it first. If anyone else wants to use it after me, you're welcome to. Anyway, now I can flip upside down.
And I'll use the bucket.
I'll use the bucket. Anyone else? Anyone want to use the bucket? We can all use the bucket together. Bagsy's not cleaning it out after. Thank you, Lord B. Saved up well for that one.
And I'll use the bucket.
I'll use the bucket. Scarf of Jericho's using the bucket. Anyone else using the bucket? Whoops. Oh, damn it. I lost my flippy mask man just before I attempted a BS maneuver. Because you can kind of, as you walk along, if you double flip on these corridors, you can kind of stay in the air for quite a long time. But obviously the game has different segments where the masks become available and unavailable to you, and you need to know when they're coming. So I do like this mask, and it feels quite nice. The kind of the floatiness to.
And I'll use the bucket.
When you make the switch, it's not an immediate like hard drop towards the new gravity, but right, there he goes. Okay. However, I do think that it becomes the hardest maneuver to do when things get really challenging later on. There's going to be some stuff I have to do. Well, even in this level, actually, it gets pretty tough right from the off. But particularly, oh look, those birds are like a thing. They're from a later Crash game. But yeah, even yeah, on the final level, particularly when there's this like little mask segment where all the masks you've unlocked get sort of chained together, while there's a moving platform and a bunch of hazards, and you have to just do it all. I think the flipping stuff is the hardest of those to handle. But look at this. This is Oxide Species, this guy. I did a list on Triple Jump when the trailer for this game came out, and some official screenshots and stuff were released about things we've learned about the next Crash game. And like the big mega Wumpa fruit was there, but no one knew about it. And if you sort of zoomed and enhanced, you could see a little crate that had a mega Wumpa or whatever it's called on it. And there was a screenshot of one of these nitrous oxide guards. Whoops. And yeah, all kinds of things. So whenever I'm in this level, it always reminds me of that list that I did. It was really fun, actually. Something I really miss doing in terms of, because I don't really do any video game related YouTube stuff anymore. In terms of current video games, obviously we still do worst games ever, but that's it's almost a retro experience, really. I know occasionally we cover a recent game, maybe the worst game of the previous year or something like that, but it's mostly really old stuff. But yeah, something I miss. Ooh. Huh? Marvelous. Something I do miss doing, back when I had a more journalistic role in the video game content creation sphere, is zooming and enhancing on trailers, particularly for franchises that mean something to me. So I did it when I did it in 2017 and 2018 when the Beyond Good and Evil 2 trailers first released. Back when I thought that the game would still be relevant in a few years' time because it would be out by then. I thought, oh yeah, we'll do some coverage now because this is going to be, a video game release that's happening soon, so people will want to know about what can be seen in the trailers. Anyway, it's now been almost 10 years. Apparently yesterday was 9 years since the first BG2 trailer dropped at E3. So this time next year, it'll be a decade since that game was revealed. Oops, bit of an early jump there. But yes, I looked into all the blurry background stuff to see what we could see, and yeah, I did that for BG and I did that for Crash 4, and speculated wildly. Whoops. Now I just have to consume that kind of content as a viewer rather than as a creator. The wall running is horrid here. It is pretty tough. Beyond Good and Evil 2, Haven's back. Imagine the crossover event of the century. The gaming crossover that everyone has asked for and no one expected. Jade turns up to unchain Haven from his rock. This bit is kind of trippy. There we go. The trick is to just wait until Crash slips, and then, ooh, I forget that this guy comes around the corner like a crazy guy. Yeah, you gotta wait till Crash goes squeep with his shoes, and then you kind of know it's time to... Yeah, these guys can shoot at me, which is not good. I hate the wall running in the later levels. I'm trying to remember some of the later ones. I really don't like the dinosaur riding bit. It's not a dinosaur, it's like an alien dinosaur that's in... I think it's in this world near the end. Really tricky. Unfortunately, I have a better chance of choosing the lotto numbers this weekend than BG2 being released now. Yeah, maybe so. Oh, there's the tape. I forgot. I keep forgetting we've got to be doing these in one life to get to the tape, but never mind. Oh. Alright. Sure. He shot me as he died. Do. Don't do it. Oh, again! Probably the trick is to let him shoot me once, dodge the projectile, and then go and get him while he's reloading. Because you have to reload laser guns. Ray guns need reloading. Ray gun? Anyone? Come on. Shoot. Fire. I'm right here. There we go. Oops, there's a guy on the ceiling. Okay. Oh no. Coming out of nowhere, all these enemies. Okay. Right, you go. Ooh, he really comes over quite far, doesn't he? Oh, come on. Those shooting enemies are a menace for the less than 3 deaths, yeah. Oh, they really are. You just can't predict when they're going to fire. I'm sure they shoot on like an exact rate. But, I don't know. It's tricky. Oops. Oh no, I just clipped that. The fact her name was Rachel Gunn is very funny. Wait, what? Who? Whose name was Rachel Gunn? Someone at your school? Damn it, these guys. They suck. The breakdancer from the Paris Olympics. Oh, was her name Rachel Gunn? I forgot about that. I don't think I ever knew her name. I just remember the footage. I feel like these laser gun guys are timed so that they perfectly shoot as soon as you reach them. Like there's like a perfect coordination between when you enter their sort of line of sight and they prepare to fire versus how long it takes you to run up to them. Okay, up we go. Down we go, in fact. Nearly there. Can I kill that guy? That says a lot about me, doesn't it? I see something that's different. My immediate thought is, can I kill it? Oh wow, we were way off on boxes. Did I even go to... Was there a bonus level here? Did I miss a bonus level? Anyway, whatever. I'm reluctant to... Oh, I really missed something. I must have missed a bonus, right? Because look how far I am off getting the right number of fruit as well. And I've been trying to hit every box. I missed it. Okay, I don't know how I managed that, but whatever. Cool. Well, I think I will move on rather than play that again to get the tape, and we will worry about that later. We've done all the crash tapes now. I'm wondering whether, like, given that this is an any % run, whether we even necessarily go for all the Coco ones. So that's to sort of replay that level. I think we'll move on again. I'm kind of thinking, like, I'm always thinking about stream variety when I'm playing through this, because there is a lot of, not necessarily backtracking, but replaying levels that are 50% a level that you've already played, you know?
We're en route to the rift generator, but we'd be a lot faster in...
Nice.
That. What the... Tana?
I'm not losing you guys in this dimension too. I'll handle this.
Do.
But... We're a team.
Ah.
Oi, what'd I miss?
That was Oxide's cart from TTR.
Well, hey, where'd my cart go?
Ah, poor guy. Did he just make his last payment as well? I think he might actually say that. Does he say he's just paid it off? Okay. And here I was hoping to see a full 106% completion. Hey, you do it, Gemesis. No, yeah, it's all good. Rip 106% run. Fluff. Another banger soundtrack here. Yeah, I know, yeah. The previous one's good as well, the previous level, I do enjoy it. I keep thinking these guys stop zapping, but they don't. You have to just jump into the zap zone and get them. Oops. I think I got everything. I kind of wish there was a little sort of counter on the red switches so that you at least know how many boxes it turns into real boxes, if you see what I mean. Because you're sort of running through. You're so focused on just the next box that you can see that when you sort of reach it. Ooh! Oh, I almost saved that. When you reach a point where you think you've got them all, it would be nice to know, oh, but what if there's one just around the corner that I'm also supposed to be getting? No. Help! You know, that kind of feeling. There we go. So these things they basically just move when you touch them, is how this works. I think. Maybe they're on a sort of timer, I can't remember. But I think they're partly triggered by your touch. I like when you first pick up this mask. Sort of more the loudest voice is the happy one, because this is two faces who one's happy and one's sad. Remember from that cutscene that we saw, and one of them quite loudly goes a boogity bar. But there's like the sad guy. If you listen really carefully in the background, he goes a boogity bar. Like he's like, I'm here, I'm doing my job, I guess, but like, yeah, a boogity bar. Oh, it's so hard jumping for stuff when you're upside down. I don't know what's going on. He just doesn't care. No, he doesn't. A boogity bar. Come back. Anything back here as well, or just... No, I think it's good. I think we're good. Just checking. Okay. No, no. Confirmed. Oxide is married. Mrs. Oxide. I suppose rather than Nitrous, her first name might be like Copper. Iron Oxide. A whole series of people that we could have gone to school with, really, the Oxide family. And they all took chemistry. Oh no! Ooh, okay. Oh no! Betrayed by my PS5. It's getting warmer in this room, that probably doesn't help. It's actually pretty toasty now, not gonna lie. How do I... Oh, I've got him! I didn't notice. Okay, well, can I... Yes, I can. I was thinking, I'm sure there's a bit where... where you're fighting these guys down a corridor and you have the purple mask, and then I realised, hang on, I'm purple. It's because I was already wearing a cybery suit, and so the purple thing didn't even look that much different. Right? Admittedly, the one I'm wearing is not purple, but you know, the purple mask is a bit sort of cyberpunk. Oh no! Well, let's do this again. I did exactly the same thing and got confused at the TNT. Yeah. You can mega spin those boxes with the mask. That's right. Oh wait, no. I thought the bottom I thought the first line of wooden boxes was already there and only the metal ones are appearing when I do that switch, but no. I've got to get over there quick. Wait. Okay, a TNT will do fine. That's all I need. Oh, I might have... No, I don't need that to get over there, I don't think. Okay, do I set this off? Probably yes, but who knows? Oh. Oh no. I should have been over there and I should have bounced off the arrow when it appeared. See, like... That just requires a death to learn that, you know? That's my... That's not... That's, what am I trying to say? In terms of puzzle design, this game, they did great things. But there are a couple of things like that where it's like, okay, guess I just have to try again. Now that I've seen that thing that I couldn't possibly have known originally. Whoops. Embryo, the mob. It is. It's an oopsie poopums time, isn't it? This. Yeah, I hate the trial and error nonsense. Yeah, it's kind of silly. Right, so. Oh man. Okay, so I don't think I've got to go straight up to hit the wooden box. That might not even appear until after the nitro. I've got to bounce and immediately go up onto the platform on the right. It seems like. Okay. So we're going to bounce. We're not going to think about anything else. We're just going to... Yeah, go up there, because then we can... Oh, but I needed that to get over there. I might be able to just slide jump from here, possibly. Probably going to hit the nitro, but... No. There we go. Oh, but now how do I get back? That's a question. I guess there's a nitro detonator at the end of the level. See, now we can't do any more. Confound it all! Perhaps I need to add some Cortex sound alerts. I wish we could have more than 10. Well, we can have more than 10 if I pay like an annual fee, which seems a bit extra, doesn't it, to like pay real money for that when 10 perfectly excellent sound alerts are already available to us for free. But I mean, you guys do support what I do, so... Oh, damn it. Trial and error would have been better if you didn't need to stay alive for the insanely perfect relic or the 3 deaths gem. Yeah, it would. Yeah, imagine coming here for the first... Wait, what am I doing? I've already forgotten. Okay, sorry, I got distracted by the chat. Imagine coming here... Even if you played through the level, you've gone right to the end of the game, you've got the any % completion, and then you're like, right, I'm going to go back now, I'm going to go for insanely perfect. And then you've made it here for the first time after on your first revisit, thinking, right, I'm going to try and do the thing. And then you realise, oh wait, no, I can't. Although, I suppose with insanely perfect, you're allowed to die in bonus rounds, right? Because it doesn't cost you a life. So, yeah, it's probably not too bad. But there is trial and error outside of bonus levels, so yeah. Certainly in those other instances, it would be really annoying. I guess I'm just going for it at this point. I'm hoping... Yeah, there is a nitro detonator at the end there. Oh. I should have waited. I should have done 2 bounces in the middle there and then bounced back. Assuming that these hangs are caused by my... sad and old PS5. It doesn't seem particularly happy, does it? And yet, the consoles are only getting more expensive thanks to AI data centers. Hell yeah! We love them! Your mum is asking Claude where the TV remote is, and now there's not clean drinking water in America. Oh, damn it. That's tricky. It might be easier if I'm able to spin the top one on my way in. I mean, you can bounce through things like that, but they're very tightly packed, which makes it exceedingly difficult to bounce out. Up we go, and then oh, he's still spinning. Okay, I'm gonna have to try and just bounce through. If I can get to the nitro switch, the rest of this level should be pretty straightforward, unless there's some kind of trial and error thing that I'm not thinking about, where destroying the nitros is gonna make a certain part of it impassable. I don't think it... That was me saying impassable as in somewhere I can't pass through, not saying impossible in a strange way. It's impassable! Oh, no, it's the top bounce. I've got to get on it and bounce just a little bit. I've got to go and just move as I'm bouncing. I've got 5 bounces to slowly make my way through that tightly packed pair, and then on my final upward bounce, I need to bounce across. I broke down and bought a Switch 2, as I wanted to get one before price increase, even though there still aren't that many games I want for it. Yeah, you know, Switch 2, for the first time, I'm considering going in on a Switch, or, well, yeah, Switch 2, because, oops, oh well, that should be fine. Oh, okay. I hate this. No! Oh.
And I use the bucket.
I don't think there's any other way to do it. I think I'm trying to do the right thing. I'm just not very good at this game. My friend and I have a joke where if an American tries to say impassable, it would cause their nose and mouth to explode. It is impassable for an American to say impassable. Whoops. I forgot to bounce there, but I made it all the same.
Not doing very well, are you, me old pal? Do you really want to win?
I do, Benson boy. I do want to win. No! That wasn't even that wasn't even me doing... That was a different kind of failure and mistake, is what I'm trying to say.
Do I detect a tear of frustration?
Yes, you do!
Is everyone laughing at you? Go into the garden and bury yourself where none of us can see you. You're making us puke.
Past couple of streams, not just in Crash actually, but in Haven as well, where I've been struggling with games. I've been thinking, oh, there's no way people still want to watch this. I bet everyone's tuned out, and literally, like, the few people who are in chat are the only people. It's not like there's a bunch of lurkers. But my concurrent count has stayed... has stayed pretty much what I would expect it to be across multiple streams and across the duration of each of those streams. So for some reason, you guys seem perfectly happy to just hang around and watch me either be terrible at games or be normal at games that are seemingly quite difficult. Or both. A bit of both. Right. What I would love to do is that. Yes, that was a much better idea. Spinning it first, and then I can just do that. Just do that. It's as easy as that. Spin it on the way in. Not when you're inside the stupid thing. Okay, so now, and I'm not saying I will absolutely be able to do this without issue, but, okay, surely. just do a little experiment here. I've got to hit that switch on the way out, right? I can't save that till the end. I just feel like, obviously, I need to get up here. Also, is that hot and toasty, that floor? It is, isn't it? That's a hot and toasty floor. I didn't even realise. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna have to do this, but I just feel like, am I gonna be able to get out of here now? Oh no! Is that gonna count against me for the nitro count? Because I can't blow these up now, because I've hit the detonator already. So I need to hit this switch. This is more trial and error. I couldn't possibly have known that until now. They need to be, for those who don't understand the exact intricacies of Crash Bandicoot, the nitro detonator at the end is a one-time use. It blows up every nitro that is present in the level. Unfortunately for me, there's a switch that creates more nitros there, which I activated after using the nitro switch. So no, wait, don't do it, Peter. You've done the wrong thing. Oof, that's going to be tricky to get out of. Let's... Okay, and now this is my last bounce on this thing. Okay. Now let's see if any of the other switches generate nitros. Won't that be wonderful? Okay, so... Ooh, ooh! Is that a spicy floor? I stood on it, but maybe just my toes got warm. I don't know. Anyway, we jump on here. What now? Okay, I think that's it, actually. I think we're out of the woods now. Oh, I spun that and bounced on it somehow. Yeah, we've got 3 wooden boxes. They're all here, so that's good. Good news. Bad news. Terrible news. Couldn't see my yellow shadow. Perfectly side on. Okay, but we've worked it all out now. This should be it. Hopefully. This is the one.
What have you done with the controls, Gromit?
Sadly, not the controls. Just my eyes. My human eyes. What do your elf eyes see? Peter Austin. I was trying to go for the stack underneath there on the same bounce. I should probably do what I did on the previous attempt, actually, which was unintentional, but I kind of went past it and nearly hit the nitro switch, and I was like, well, wait, no, I need to like do the belly flop thing. And I think it is actually going to be easier to jump to the right and then jump back to the left to do that, rather than try what I just did. So here's what I mean. Rather than jump from here and then immediately in the same jump try and land on that arrow, it's much better to come over here and then just do this. 1,000,000,000,000 times easier. Do not attempt anything else. There is no other way to do it. Right, now... Oh, god damn it! It's the first time I've done that. That's a new way to die, new way to fail. Is blowing up that nitro while I'm trying to spin from the side. Hey, this game's hard, right? We like to watch suffering. Yeah. It's either moral support or people like to watch you suffer. Well, that's 2 of you saying you like to watch suffering. Well, fair enough. What are we playing after Haven, asks CEST Prince. I'm thinking after Haven it might be time. It might be time for us to do... we'll do a charity stream first for probably the Trevor Project. And then after having done that and bought myself a little bit of... I'm trying to slide off that TNT, which 99 times out of 100 you can do, but sometimes they do just explode if you slide on top of them. I've been doing it all the way through this, like that. Oops. But if it looks to you like TNTs that I'm standing on are detonating fractionally early, it's because I'm trying to slide off them. and they're just blowing up for some reason. Yeah, it might be time to do our charity stream, and then having bought a little bit of moral kudos. Play some PS1 Harry Potter. No! In fact, you know what I could do there? I've just realised. If I slide out, like, just pretend that stripy boxes aren't there. I could just skid right through the gap, couldn't I? Because you get quite a long... Look how long the slide is in this game. I always forget... Sorry, that's...
Do I detect a tear of frustration? Is everyone laughing at you?
I think the last, like, quarter of a second when a TNT is about to explode, if you slide on it, it just goes off. That only seems to be happening when it's almost... Let's just see if I can... I don't know. Maybe it's not consistent, but they only seem to be blowing up from a skid when they're almost done. Yeah, so if I come over here, do this. Let me show you what I mean. The slide is so long in this game that surely I can actually just... Oh, no, you do actually still hit the top one. And possibly if I went to the very extreme of the slide, I could slide through, but maybe I'll just do what's been working, which is spin out the top stripy box. You know, I'd go to all this effort, and then, of course, when we get to the end of the level, we'll still be missing, like, 10 crates, because that's how it works. You're reminding me that if I ever play Crash 4 again, I do not want to do these levels, says Ed Hoyk. Well, glad to have been of service. I think the floor is, but I didn't think it was until I landed on it. I wouldn't trust my memory. Okay, yeah. I think it does look like it would burn you if you stand on that floor. You must bounce on it crazy style. Right, okay. Down we go. We slam that. Skid up here. And then, yeah, I think probably the best way to do this is that. But, yeah, okay. And then blow that all up. And then come back this way. And then as long as I work out where exactly I'm landing, which is easier said than done, this spicy floor, we should be sort of safe. Last time I said we're out of the woods, I died right at the end of that attempt, but we are, once again, out of the woods now, everyone, and we're definitely going to make it back alive and in one piece. And then we're going to get to the end of the level, and it's going to say, great, but you missed 83 boxes. Oh, it's not spicy. Why does it look spicy? I accidentally landed on it. Okay, 34 boxes. That, everyone, is how you first try the bonus mission in level name unknown. Jeez. It is weird that it does look like it should kill you. Yeah, because there are other like hot plate hazards in this level, aren't there? We've been dodging them up until now. We're just crawling. I don't need to crawl there. Oh yeah, this bit's kind of weird and tricky. Well, this first bit's fine, but we're about to enter an area where there's a bunch of moving platforms and you're upside down, and it's like scary and weird. Because you can get crushed, you see. To be reactive. Anything down here? Oh, I didn't even need to do that. Or did I? Yeah. Okay, there's probably a box somewhere in there that I've missed, but whatever. A boogadabar. Okay, well we've got three gems for collecting fruit. That's good. This is near the end of the level, I think. Oh, we've dropped out of hyperspace. Oh no. Hot plate hazard sounds like a level name in the absence of knowing what one is. Yeah. What this one is, yes. This one, it doesn't say. I thought it did. Oh, there you go. Bermugula's Orbit. Oh no, that's the whole realm. Oh, there it is, stowing away. I was looking at the top, but it's down below. Right, here we go. Now things get interesting. Okay, was there something? Did I just miss a box? Miss a Hickman. Oh, there's a tape on the ceiling. That's what I saw. I thought I saw something. Oh, we'd only had 3 deaths up until now, because bonus ones don't count. I could have, whoops. I could have, almost got a gem for 3 deaths or fewer, or less. EZPZ, it was, Lord Roswich. That was one of the easiest bonus levels we've ever played. Right, here we go. See, sometimes this game does just kind of fuck you. It's designed so that, if you hadn't noticed up until this point, Crash can stand next to something, as is probably going to happen now without issue. Stand next to something, and if you spin, it only destroys the bottom layer of boxes. And it's a very, very useful bit of precision to have, which the previous games didn't really have. You couldn't really do that. But it's quite an important mechanic. Oh, here we go. I actually got it! Wow! Hey, worth it for all that twinkling. Didn't even have to blow up any nitros. Wow, I didn't think I'd get that. Ready for this? Yeah! Well, you know what? That one was easy enough without doing the bonus round. I think I can just sprint to the tape. No, you know what? We're already missing tapes for now. I'm not gonna bother for now. Crash 4. Fuck you. Sometimes. Yeah. That is the motto. Oh, is it a boss fight now? No, it's not. Not quite. We see them in the distance. Are they holding hands? Are they holding... I've never noticed that before. Are they actually holding hands? I didn't realise they were that in love. What do you think, chat? Are male and female entropy actually holding each other's hands there? They're... I think they might be. Holding gauntlets. Hope they're married. They are, says Lord Rostovich. They are for sure, says Loser Quest Show. I'd never noticed that before. I thought the only weirdness that you get in this game is when they're in that cutscene going, grr. Yeah, we will. Let's all use the bucket again, everyone. Who wants to use the bucket? Now, wait in line. Plenty of bucket for everyone. Keys. Do you think they've keysed yet? But perhaps they've not reached that base. Holding hands. Is that first base? Holding hands. Second base is going grr in a cutscene. Third base is ripping a hole into the space-time continuum together. Which sounds more like a euphemism than it is. Is this the bit that is a perfect match for the crates in like Snow Go or something? This specific arrangement. Somewhere in this game, there's a bit where a seemingly random assortment of crates actually happens to perfectly match one of the snow levels from Crash 2. Right, this level it's kind of fun and interesting. We've made planetfall now, but it's kind of annoying. So I'm really not going to punish myself with regards to trying to get all the boxes, because there's going to come a point quite soon where getting them all is going to be pretty much impossible anyway. I forget whether you... Can you not spin those starfish things? You have to just... Can you, like, trigger them and then... Yes. Okay. Cool. Oh! Yeah, that's slippery. I forgot. Yeah, the Snow-Go layout. Confirmed, by the way, just thinking about good music in video games. Confirmed, Stuart Copeland not returning for Spyro, quote-unquote, 4. It's not Spyro 4, it's Spyro A Realm Beyond. But he did an interview recently with, was it with The Telegraph or something? I think about various things, not about Spyro. But I think the interviewer did ask him in the... I don't know, maybe they directly get in touch with him to specifically ask him about... like about that, but whoops. But anyway, he's not returning, and you know, I wouldn't mind so much. I've already missed some boxes, so we're just going to carry on, and we're not going to worry or care. I wouldn't necessarily mind. Like, I think you can theoretically, it's theoretically possible to do a Spyro game without him. Theoretically. Now, I'm not saying it's the best way to do one without him. Some people would say there's no Spyro without Stuart Copeland, and I think, you know, those people would not be unjustified in saying so. But I would say it's theoretically possible to change the composer and still have a good time. Like with this game, for example, this is a new composer, of course, and I think they've done an amazing job. And whoever it is, and shame on me for not knowing their name, if they ended up doing Spyro, I would trust them pretty well, because they seem to very much understand how the instrumentation works, but in kind of like a modernized way. You know, like Crash is obviously all about the marimba and some of those sort of interesting bits of percussion and stuff like that, and they've kind of done that, but with a modern kind of bandwidth and well, all the features available to them with modern music technology. But yeah, all of which is to say, some people would say you can't make a Spyro game without Stuart Copeland. I would say it's theoretically possible. However, oops, keep forgetting that guy's up there. But yeah, I would also say that, you know, while I wouldn't mind just hearing the news that he's not going to be doing the music for A Realm Beyond, what did sting a little bit is the way he worded it. So it was very, like, PR friendly, and he didn't, like, grumble or, like, have a go. But it basically sounds like he would have done it if he was asked, and that's what bothers me. I almost wish he'd said, yeah, I won't be doing the music for Spyro Realm Beyond. The team got in touch with me, and you know, I wish them the very best. And I've, you know, whatever. Like I've had a meeting with the person who is doing it in the end. But yeah, they got in touch, and I said, you know, not for me anymore. I've got too much on or whatever. But that's not really what he said. He kind of implied that he really would have done it if they'd asked him. And so I kind of feel like they didn't ask him? Maybe they did ask him, though. That's not, you know, it's not fair to just assume that they didn't ask. Maybe they asked and they got his rates and they were like, we can't afford Stuart Copeland anymore. We could afford him back in the day, but we can't afford him now. Let me just look up the quote. Stuart Copeland, A Realm Beyond. He confirmed to The Independent that he was not involved in the recently announced Spyro sequel. It happens that way, he said. It's a new generation. They want a new generation of sound and everything. They've got to modernize it. No harm, no foul. See, very PR friendly. He said no harm, no foul, so he's not, you know, having a go at them. He's not holding it against them. But it sounds to me like he's saying that's what they wanted. They didn't want me. They wanted something new. And I think that's a bit of a mistake. They didn't ask him the first time round either. I think the only reason they got Copeland to do the main menu theme was, well, I don't know what the reason was, but what I'm trying to say is I think they did that quite late in development. I think I've talked before about... Ooh, that's slippy, that. I've talked before about how it sounds like he wasn't really spoken to until much later on in development during Reignited Trilogy, because in the panel that they did, where they talked about the development of Reignited, he was kind of talking about the how the new composer like had to redo all the notation and stuff for the new music, well, the old music, but the new versions of the old music, and you know, like manually did all the new melodies and, well, all the old melodies and harmonies, but like had to write them out again. And he said, yeah, God, you know, I could have sent you the MIDI. I've got all the MIDI, which for those who don't know is like, it's basically music, as in on paper, like sheet music, but digital, to kind of dumb it down a little bit. So what he's saying is, I could have sent you all the digital sheet music that you could have plugged straight into a thing and started playing around with, but you didn't ask, you know? So it sounds to me like he was not spoken to until much later on in the development of Reignited. Again, I could be wrong. Oh, I'm panicking. Okay. Oh! No! Yeah, I did hit that twice, didn't I, on my way across? I forgot. Thought I'd only hit it once. Walter Mayer did the soundtrack for this. Well, I would love for Walter Mayer to do the soundtrack for Spyro. I mean, you know, I guess it doesn't necessarily mean just because you're good at doing Crash music, you're not necessarily going to be the person for the job to do the... Yeah, if you can do Crash, you can't necessarily do Spyro, but probably you can. But it's his understanding of leitmotifs and riffs and things, you know. This is that it feels like someone who really knows the Crash soundtrack, either because they were already familiar with it, or they've just, you know, they're like, hey, I've got no idea what Crash Bandicoot is, but I'll do my homework, and they did their homework. Oops, wrong way up. Oh no, I forget that's slippy. You can't see the slipperiness, really. They do kind of show it dripping down the front, but I think a lot of people don't realise that he does genuinely enjoy the Spyro music. I could imagine a new team, at least on Reignited, going, no way this guy cares about a job he did 20 years ago. I mean, you'd think that, but I mean...
Thank you, my dog.
I don't know, he was... Why is that bouncy? It's got no arrow on it. What's with that? That's a... Oh, has it just... Is it just behind the grass? Yeah, it is. I don't know, because, who... It was Toys for Bob who did... Yeah, they did the Reignited trilogy, didn't they? Yeah, they did. I get confused because it was Vicarious who did Crash, and that's what throws me off. But, no, Toys for Bob did do the Reignited trilogy, and Toys for Bob are doing the new Spyro game, and I think they will have had conversations with Copeland.
This is interesting.
They were on a panel together, and yeah, I think it can't have escaped their notice. Like, I get, like, you'd be right in assuming that, kind of, without any other context, because yeah, I would assume that some essentially random ass developer who did not work on the original PS1 Spyro games would not necessarily know anything about the composer, or at least what he thinks of the games that he worked on. But yeah, I think okay. I think it should be on their radar that he likes what he did for the original games. Maybe not. I don't know. But it seems a weird choice when the guy is clearly interested, it seems, in doing the music for A Realm Beyond, and they've seemingly not asked him. Again, we don't actually know that they didn't ask him. He just said they wanted to modernize it or something, and you know, maybe that's a polite way of saying they didn't want to, you know, they went with someone else, but their reasons might for going with, oh damn it, their reasons for going with someone else might not actually have been, oh, you know what, I might actually, we're not going to get all the boxes in this level anyway, we've already missed some, so we've seen what this bonus level's like. I'm going to keep going because again, I don't want these streams to just be me playing the same little bit over and over. We've already had enough of that to last us a lifetime. So yeah, it could be that actually they couldn't afford him, and he's been polite and kind of said, yeah, they wanted a different thing, and they can be polite and say, yeah, we wanted a different thing, and no one has to say, we did not have the budget for expensive composer Stuart Copeland. Because that was, even before the game was announced, I was thinking, if Spyro 4 is a thing and is happening, as it turns out it's not called Spyro 4, then I would love to see Stuart Copeland come back, but I bet whoever it is, and whatever budget it's on, they won't be able to afford him, even if he's interested. That was always my assumption, and it may well be the case. So, but yeah, just the way it reads, you know, that statement, there's the tape. That statement from that article reads to me like he was interested and they might not have asked him. And that makes me sad. Oops. I'm going. I'm panicking and I'm going. I'm not hanging around for some of this stuff. Right, here we go. I think this is the final run on this little dog lizard. Oh. Oopadigar. Okay, I've got 2 masks. That's great news. And you know what? We're not even going to need them. Who needs them? Not me. I'll tell you why we won't need them. Because we're probably going to fall off a cliff. And they don't help you when you fall off a cliff. Told you. Hazards aren't a problem. It's those holes. Whoops. The holes will get you. I think I've got to charge after I come off the slime here. I've got a tiny little bit of floor. There we go. Imagine going for all the boxes here. It's like an auto runner. You can't turn around. You got boxes on these platforms. And the turning circle on this thing, by the way, it can only turn about 30 degrees left or right. Oops. I keep missing this jump. I'm either jumping too early or I have to charge a little bit. No, I'm just jumping too early. But yeah, you can sprint. You can charge with this guy. Okay, we're going straight. Whoops, we're going straight across. We're not going for those boxes. A Yeti subscribed, by the way, for 3 months, saying this is interesting when I was talking ages ago about stuff. And Hakuna Patata also subscribed. I just got so distracted, like crying about Stuart Copeland, that I didn't say anything at the time. But thank you so much to Hakuna Patata for 6 months sub. That's half a year. Really appreciate that at tier 1. Thank you so much. And to a Yeti. Hopefully it was interesting what I was talking about, because talked long enough about it, didn't I? There's like a weird kind of build up to the way you turn on turn on this thing, like, as soon as you hit left or right, it kind of increases in... Oh, it's got like a weird floatiness to it. Can you see? Like, can you see... This is me wiggling left and right. You can see how it's drifting a little bit, right? It's hard to say... You know, it's easy when I've got the controller in my hand to see how it feels like it's drifting, but I don't know if it really comes across on camera when you've not got the control. Oops. Oh no, I missed the checkpoint. Oh, he turned. He came for me. Right, now there's a big scary bit. But if we're not interested in boxes, this might not be as difficult as I think. Oh, forget about these starfish things. They come right at you when you're on the dinosaur. Okay, there we go. I'm really concerned because because I missed that checkpoint. So I knew if I was going to die. Yeah, there you go. Right. We'll definitely hit the checkpoint this time, if nothing else. Let's do that. Let's not miss it. Checkpoint. Got it. Woo! I forget that guy turns. Poor Activision doesn't have much money. Yeah, well, I mean, it's being indie published technically. It's still obviously under. Or no, sorry, it's not being indie published. It's being done by an indie studio, but it will be being published by Activision. Yeah, Toys for Bob are technically an independent studio now, who do work for other publishers. I.e. Activision in this case, this being the first case. So, it's still Activision's money, but, whoops. But, I hate those guys. But yeah, I do wonder if, perhaps projects run by third-party studios being published under Activision maybe get given less money than first party, as a general rule. I don't know. I think basically studios just make the case to their publisher, whoever it is, that, this is the budget we need, or please can we have some more funding. Ooh! Interesting. Oh yeah, because that thing's moving along, so I guess if you get there too quick, or too soon, it's not actually in the right place. It's getting so warm in this room now. I'm glad at least that the weather has cooled down so that once I'm done streaming I can just open the window and it will immediately be much better, whereas previous streams over the past couple of weeks or week or so, it's been hot with the window shut, and then I've stopped streaming and I've opened the window and it's still been too hot. Okay, we got another mask for when we inevitably hit another little starfish. Oh, still did it. I guess if you jump over them, even if you're not touching them, they still get triggered. Hashtag triggered. Okay, there we go. My room turned into an oven every time I streamed last week. Yeah, that's how it feels in here. Too hot. Activision are only doing it under duress anyway, so I can't imagine they're getting much for the project. Do you think they're doing it under duress? They probably are. I mean, they certainly didn't seem that interested in doing Crash and Spyro when Toys for Bob were working under them, so yeah, you're probably right. Okay, we're gonna pop our normal outfits on now because we're doing a significant story moment here, so we need to look right in the cutscenes, yeah? Bermugula's orbit, a hole in space. Boss fight. Oh, water. Good. I've got some. Stay hydrated, everyone. Oh, no.
What's the matter, hero? Couldn't solo this one?
Let her go!
The last time I killed her friends, her screams were exquisite.
Delicious.
No!
Let's make this fun. Give them a sporting chance.
Ooh.
Why would you do that? Why would you give them a sporting chance? it's so nicely animated, this game. Crash and Coco have never... This Crash and Coco have never lost a fight. Why would you give them any chance at all? Ready for the meme? Here comes the meme. You might not be expecting it, but it's happening. Some delicious bumper berries.
A door between dimensions.
Reality shattering proportions.
Interdimensional domination.
I love this bit.
Something monumentally stupid.
Not from our universe. I fly solo.
You have to get all the fruit.
Is this all there is? Forever?
New partner.
Ready?
We're out of our endless cycle.
Here it comes. Whoa! Nice.
In my universe, bandicoots are considered pests. Is fit for extermination as a housefly.
Oh, how modern. Tell me more.
I was so glad I kept myself spoiler free on the first playthrough to enjoy this moment. Yeah, me too. I was like, whoa, what's going on? Even before you get the whoa, I was like, this is so cool. What did she say? She prefers a wombat. What did she? I just missed that.
So elegant, spiders.
Oh, spiders. Okay. Oops. Oh, I hate when you lose a mask at the last. It like changes powers. I jumped and hit spin in the air and I didn't get it. Oops. No. The Entropy theme remix here is another great soundtrack. Yeah. Oh, I'm not going to make it. Ugh. Although I must say I'm not that familiar with the Entropy theme. Despite Crash 3 being my favourite, I feel like you can't really hear much of his music when you do the fight. So it's not one that I like pick up on as much. I do find this bit quite tricky, as you can tell. Nice.
How our lost puppies found its way home.
Let's put them down.
I do love Entropy as a boss, as a character in this game, in the series, in fact. Oh yeah, you can spin these. I was like, I'm sure you have to like side scroll through this bit, but how do I get past the laser? You spin them. This is interesting. It's like you don't do many side-scrolly boss fights from certainly in Crash 3 onwards. Oh yeah. You do. Oops. You do a bit of side-scrolling in Crash 1 with the boss fights. In fact, most of them are kind of on a flat plane, or well, maybe not most of them. fact, no, not most of them, but some of them are. Koala Kong and Cortex himself. Oh, yeah. Flip up. No! Jump! Okay, hang on. I forgot I had my flippy mask for this bit. Oh, I thought that stopped at the laser thing last time. Maybe when you spin it, it just destroys all active projectiles. Yeah, it does. Okay, interesting. Oh, it's tight. Crashford does a great job translating.
Not very well, are you, my old pal? Do you really want to win?
Crash platforming into the modern era. Yeah, it does. It's a really nice blend of, like, the best bits. Oops. Oh, no. No, I'm not doing very well, Scoffer Joe. Right. Oops, hit the laser there. Let's give them a sporting chance. Yeah, that'd be nice. Chance would be a fine thing. There we go. Oh! Sorry, I let go of the controller for a minute there. I was just readjusting my grip. Okay, here we go. She's going to squash this bug now. Oof. I like that they shoot little round orbs because that's what he shot in Crash 3, but they were orange rather than blue. But, you know, I'm sure he can do he can probably do all the colours of the rainbow. Go. Nice. Dead.
Bandicoots.
And that's it. Final boss defeated. We've completed the game any percent. Right?
What's the matter? Unable to handle even the simplest of tasks? I no longer have need for our Cortex. Lion.
Bloody. Swearing again. Sent through time.
Let's plug up these holes.
Quantum masks doing their work. Holes plugged. Shouldn't you send everyone back to their right dimensions, though, first? Oh, yeah.
But about my ticket home.
Right. Now that we've mended things, we can take you anywhere. Anywhen. After we rest. For now, I can only get us as far as the culinary capital of the universe. Neon City.
Nice.
Nachos.
Nachos. So, it's not quite the end, because now we get a lovely little reward world. And then I'm sure, definitely, once we've been through the happy little fun time that is Neon City, which is just, it's like Dragon Shores, it's just fun, then that will be the end, right? Because we've defeated the final boss. That's how it works. Anyway, here we go. So everyone sort of jumps off and goes to somewhere else. And, oh! Steady, Cortex. And then we all get a nice fun time through this actually admittedly quite challenging world. But we're going to have a good time. The reward being harder levels. Yay. Yeah.
Whoa! You said it, Crash.
We can meet with the others after we've explored. Now, which way are the food trucks?
They're everywhere. Look, Coco Cafe. CTR. In the art book that I've got just down there, but it's too hot for me to be... Oh, good start. It's too hot for me to be scrabbling around on the floor like that, getting big books off small shelves. But in the concept art for this level, with all of these like neon signs and stuff, in sort of one of these kind of areas, if you look really far down in the floor, there's a sign that says Spyro 4. So Toys for Bob were thinking about it even way back here. Oh, yeah, they fall. I forgot that they fall. Do. You go down into reward with the worst part of the game, says Jay the Cerebral. I do find these, like, although they look very pretty, they get pretty difficult pretty quickly, don't they? Good music, though. Again. Whoops. Do. Whoops. You'd think by now I might have learned. You know, we're in sort of... We're entering endgame territory here, and I'm still spinning my way downwards towards boxes on the floor. Hello, Plushy Labs. Yeah, I mean, I was saying earlier that it's not as warm, which is nice, but actually, I'm now absolutely roasting my ass off in this room. Whoops. Wow, what a terrible start I've had to this level. Oh, now I'm not going to be able to... Oh, I still got them both. Good. Oh, that was foolish. That was like, I really want that drone. You know what? We probably don't need to worry about boxes here, because there's a bit later on where I'm not going to be able to get them all anyway. So we'll get what we can on our way past, but particularly in this bit that I've now played 10 times. I'm not waiting for TNT fuses and things like that. Oops. That's better. Is that a sympathy checkpoint? Could be. Right. Oh, no. Gotta time it right. That's it. Oh, no. Didn't think about that. It's the problem with the cooldown on the clock one. If you've got it wrong, you can't really adjust for it once you're in a certain position. No, hang on. I've got to do it a little bit earlier than that, so that I've got time to actually jump out. There you go, like that. And then wait again, and then we go again. That's it. Did it. Music is great. News question. Yeah. A boogadaba. They still have ropes in the future, though. I don't know why they didn't turn these into, like, you know, cables or something. Just a rope with a knot in it. Oh no. Oh, I actually saved it. I'm gonna sneeze. Oh, I didn't sneeze. This thing, you have to announce it. If you don't want to sneeze, just say, I'm gonna sneeze. I quite like sneezing. Anyone else with me? Do you like sneezing? Lovely sense of relief. Big fan of sneezing. Whoops. There's Dingo's Diner in the background. He made it into the future. Still a success. Oh no. Just trying to get up there to do a final little spin on him. There we go. That's better. I seem to remember having a harder time with, although I did just hit one, whoops, a harder time with these guys carrying the TNTs. Maybe this is the exact moment where it gets a bit tougher. But these first few, they don't seem to like really be causing much of an issue. But I feel like, oops, forgot the spin there. I feel like I used to die to them a lot in this level. I'm probably thinking of later ones. Oh. Well, now I've said it, you see. There you go. Sneezing is great. Very unsatisfying when one disappears. Yeah, I agree. I'm feeling extremely unsatisfied at the moment. I know coughing and wheezing. You're not a fan of sneezing. It's a shame. It's my favourite of the purple gas types. What are they? Are they ghosts? I know they're not actually ghosts, but what type are they? Poison is a type, isn't it? I forget what all the types are. They must be poison. Oh, wait. Oh, no. Oh, God. Okay, maybe this is exactly where... Oh. This is exactly where I have issues with these guys. There we go. Oh, made it. That's better. So we have to flip onto the ceiling now, look. Whoops. So you're running on the walls left and right, but in between there's too big of a gap for you to make it to the next set of wall running trucks. So you have to run on the ceiling like this. Is it a double jump to get onto those wall ones from when you're up top? I don't know, that's kind of... No, that's too much. I guess I'm just not jumping from the very end of the ceiling truck, whatever it is. There's the tape, by the way. We would have had to get here all in one life. Again, why am I going for this stuff when we do not need it? Just risking my life for nothing. I'll show you the bonus round just so we know what it's like, but this is the part I just gave up on the boxes. It's awful, says Loser Quest Show. Yeah. We seem to be playing this game in much the same way. I feel like there's a lot of things where you're like, yeah, this is where I did. Ooh, this is where I did a certain thing, and I'm like, yeah, that's what I'm doing too. I've made the same decision, or I'll make a mistake and you'll be like, yep, I did the same thing. Poison or poisson? Oh, I see. I can probably Probably do a high jump to avoid that, right? We'll only have a few goes at this because it's going to be a pain in the arse. If I think I'm struggling now, wait till I have to do the Cortex missions live on the internet, which will be next week. Oh, I see. I've got to jump back to the TNTs there, I think, to give the nitro a chance to blow up. Seeing as my hay fever has been driving me crazy during the heatwave, sneezing is the norm for me now. Oh, no. Thoughts and prayers, Genesis. There we go. Right, now what? I'm assuming that's not a bad thing, that I've just... Oh, could well be. Oh, yeah, I was supposed to run on those. Well... Oh, almost. I have a few more goes. Nate is here, and on a watch streak for 3 streams in a row. Thank you so much, Nate. Always nice to have you. Even if I'm melting. Not that that's got to do with anything personal to you, but I mean, you know, it's... There are lots of nice things in these streams, even if some of the nice things are slightly altered by the fact that at the same time, I'm melting. So, yeah. If anything, having a lovely bunch of people turn up is exactly what makes the melting worth it, you know? Ooh, careful. Right. Oh, hang on. Whoa, 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 whoa. Wait, wait, wait. What? How do I get back? Well, just because I'm curious, I'm going to have one more go at that and work out what the solution actually is there. I think I need to hit the TNT that's going to blow up all the nitros and get to the very end where there's a nitro and use that nitro to, like, get up top before they all explode. I think I sort of know what I mean, even if I've not articulated it properly. Right, so here... Oh, see there? I've got to get on that arrow crate before the nitro explodes. And that nitro only explodes because I've set off a TNT that's sitting on the crate that detonates all nitros. So... Oops. Embryo, the mop. It's actually kind of chilly here today, around 50 degrees Fahrenheit this morning. Oh, man. What we need is, we need a great big pool where people can share temperature. Like, if it's super hot in one part of the world, and another part of the world is like, it's actually kind of chilly here, we can be like, hey, do you want some of ours? We've got more than we need at the moment. Just let us know, and we'll send you some heat. No. I guess I can just activate the clock again and bounce on that 5 times. What I'm trying to do is spin it off, because I feel like I don't have enough time to bounce on the stripey thing. But I'll give it a go with the clock. Oh, oh, hanging. Poor hot PS5 doesn't know what to do with itself. Right. 3, 4, 5. There we go. That's how you get up. Oh no! I have to get up and hit... Oh, screw that. You have to get up and hit this. Oh no, I can bounce on these, don't I? I was thinking, oh no, I need the switch in order to destroy those, but I don't. I can just do it like that. Still missing a bunch of... There's one. I know where one of them is, but... Oh, man, what am I missing somewhere? Oh, I made a whole line of them, didn't I? Ah, here we go. This line. That's 5, and then that should blow up. Okay, that's how you get 38. Wow, that was quite something. A boogada bar. Amy and I went out last night because it was really cool weather and ooh, oh man, the weather really cooled off in the evening. We were, oh, let's go have a nice little stroll. Well, I'll tell you what happened. The day before, the same thing happened. It was really warm in the day, and then I decided in the evening I was just going to go out for a little walk. Not far, like oops. But I thought, hey, it's cooled right down. Smells nice outside, you know. It was all like oh, whoops. So now we have to wall run, but there's like obstacles on the walls in front of, you see here? And then you have to switch so that you can land on the floor, and then you switch, and then switch again, and jump and switch. And there's also crates appearing. You know, if you're going for 100% crates, you've got to deal with that. It's an absolute nightmare. We actually got pretty close. Look at that. I wasn't even going for boxes. I think pretty much all the ones I missed were right at the start, but whatever. So I went out, like proper dusk. It was like 9:30. In fact, I posted some photos on Instagram. Some of you might have seen. I was in a field, and that was at the end of the walk, and it was almost pitch black. And I took some spooky folk horror photos, Children of the Corn kind of thing. But before it went properly dark and it was sort of twilight, I saw an owl and lots of rabbits and a couple of bats. And then when I was finally making my way back onto our estate, I saw a fox as well. Barn owl and fox. That is a pretty good innings for wildlife at night, in my view. There's some of the big five for me. So that was great, and I told Amy about it, and I said I'm probably going to do the same thing next evening. If you want to come with me, then do, but no pressure. And she's like, oh yeah, I'd love to. So we went out again last night, same sort of time, and I was like, you know, hopefully we'll see some more stuff. I said I can pretty much guarantee we'll see some rabbits because all the fields around us are packed with rabbits at that time of night. But you know, hopefully we see some other stuff. Anyway, went out last night and we saw several hares. We saw one first that like sort of scarpered when it saw us, and then later we saw in a field there were two of them hanging out together, and then eventually they sprinted across the field, which was really cool to see. Loads of bunnies as usual, and then we started seeing bats again in this sort of corner of the field where there were loads and loads of moths, like big, very pretty, beautiful moths, yellow ones and white ones, and you know, so it was no surprise really there were loads of bats hanging out because they'll eat the moths, you know. So that was really nice. And while we're looking at these bats, we're like looking in the sky, I look over my shoulder, the barn owl's there again. I'm like, barn owl, barn owl, barn owl, barn owl, like whispering, but I'm going, barn owl, barn owl, barn owl. And Amy turned around and just saw it before it disappeared behind a tree, and we were like, oh man, how good was that? So then we hung around for a little while longer, saw some more like hares and stuff. And then we decided we should walk back now because it's almost dark, like we can barely see where we're going. We're walking back through the final field just before you get back onto the road. Fox ran across the field. Kept turning to look at us. Quite a big one. Kind of came out from the bushes and was running. So I was like, it was just funny because before we went out, I was like, you know, obviously no guarantees you're going to see all the same things I saw yesterday, and which obviously she knew. She ain't stupid. But I thought, you know, it might be a bit annoying for you that I'm like, oh yeah, I saw an owl, and I saw a fox, and I saw rabbits, I saw everything ever. And then you're going to come on the second night and there's going to be nothing except maybe some rabbits. Anyway, we saw everything and more, actually, because I didn't see any hares the first night, I don't think. I only saw rabbits. So would highly recommend, if you're somewhere where you can just get out to even just a field, even if you live in a relatively built-up area, if you've got like even just a little field or a bit of parkland near you, you know, on a nice like cool evening when it's been roasting hot in the day and you want to just go out for like 10 minutes, you might just see all of the animals in the world. Obviously, that's not all the animals in the world. I'm not quite sure why I put it like that, but would highly recommend, because for Christmas, end of last year, as though you don't know when Christmas is. Christmas last year, Amy's brother got me a Christmas present, which I would never expect because they're a fair bit younger than Amy, so they're impoverished student age is where they're at, you know, where you don't even have money for beans, let alone to be buying presents for people. So I don't ever expect presents from her siblings. But anyway, her very lovely and kind brother got me a gift, as did her sister. And her brother got me a book about night walking, which is a whole thing. Like, you know, there's a subreddit about it, and people write blogs or do YouTube channels and all kinds of things. I appreciate I've not even looked at the chat for ages. It's because I've partly been focusing on the game and partly been gabbing on about owls. True to form. Gabbing on about owls. It's a very me thing to do. I'll read the chat in just a moment, I promise. I'll catch up. But I'll just finish what I'm saying, which is, he got me a book about night walking, right? By like a nature writer in the UK. And he just writes about various night walks that he did out in kind of farmland. And in these stories, I was reading them in, you know, January or whatever, started reading this book. And he writes like, yeah, I set off, and as I crossed the first field by my house, a tawny owl flew out and crossed the field. I was like, oh, nice, okay. And you keep on reading, and it's like, several pheasants were startled as I rounded the corner and took off flying, making their calls or whatever. He writes better than this, but, you know, just to give you an idea of the kind of thing he's saying. And then he's like, oh, I watch for a while as they settle in a distant tree. And then as I set off again, and, you know, he's also talking about plants and things, like I smell the honeysuckle and blah, blah, blah. But he's like, I set off again, and then a vixen and a cub emerge from and I'm like, okay, hang on a minute, there's no way you saw all this in one night. And I've been, ooh, okay, that kills you. And I was getting sort of cynical. I was like, this is all very well written. He's far more eloquent than the way I just tried to imitate him, but just to give you an idea. So it's all really nicely written, but I'm like, okay, but there's no way this actually all happened in one night. You didn't see all these things, hear all these sounds, see all these plants.
Thank you, Maja.
And, you know, also like a shooting star came over or whatever, like all this stuff. Anyway, turns out I've only done 2 night walks myself out in the countryside, 2 nights in a row in the same place, and I saw almost every animal you would expect me to be able to see on both nights. So I believe him now. I believe that if you go out at dusk, certainly in Britain and places like it, and I imagine pretty much anywhere else in the world, somewhere where, you know, you're in a habitat that supports a lot of biodiversity, you're probably going to see loads and loads of stuff. So, you know, if you can get out tonight, somewhere like that, why not consider doing it? This is not a sponsorship from Big Night Walk Company. They have not asked me to say... The Fox has not paid me to say, come out. In fact, the Fox would probably pay me to say, don't come out, I'm trying to hunt. Stay out of my field. But, yeah, hashtag paid promotion from Mother Nature. Saying, there's loads of stuff for you to enjoy, you should do it. Worship the Walrus. Thank you so much for the 3 months. Let me, like, read the chat now. Evil putting that tempting 5 bouncy box on top makes you just want to waste time and bounce it. Oh yeah, back on that bonus level back when I was there. Oh, Nate said it's time to go to the store just as I started chatting rubbish. But Nate, if you're watching the VOD squad, sorry that I missed your goodbye message, and goodbye to you. I hope you have a good day at the store, and if you catch up on the VOD, hello VOD Nate, nice to see you, and sorry for just talking rubbish for all that time. There were 4 foxes in our garden one morning. I've also had an ongoing dispute with the local badger. It's made a massive hole in my side gate. He decided to do that at 2 AM. There is a badger set where we went walking, and that was kind of the reason I went there, is I thought, if I'm really lucky, really, really lucky, I might see a badger. And we didn't see badgers. The first night I couldn't even get in there because I was wearing shorts, and it was really overgrown. I was like, I'll have no legs left if I... Is this no legs? I'll have no legs left if I try and get in there, but second night I planned ahead and I wore long trousers, and we did manage to get in where we know the badger set is, but you have to be silent as the grave if you want to see a badger, and you have to try and stay upwind of them as well, because they'll smell you even if they don't see you. Especially if you've been roasting in an office all day, they'll definitely smell you. So we didn't see any, but I've been lucky enough to see a badger, a living badger. Most people who've seen a badger, they see dead ones, but I've seen a living badger in the wild. I was driving home once from being out with my friends. Designated driver, sober as a judge, and it crossed the road. A little badger just walked across the road in my headlights, which was very nice to see. I feel very lucky to have seen one in person and not in like a wildlife sanctuary, like a proper wild one. Wild, happy, healthy badger. Oh, I hate this bit. I did fairly well there. Ooh, fairly well there. I then just destroyed my mask, which is great, because I'm definitely not going to need that at this horrible bit. Am I? Ugh! I did need it. I needed the mask. Is it a troweling one? It may have been... It may have been a troweling badger. It could have been. They do a lot of digging, most badgers. Whether or not they're archaeologists, they do dig a lot. Hashtag blessed. I did actually feel quite hashtag blessed. If it wasn't so dark, and if I wasn't just, you know, if I didn't only have my phone camera, I could have taken some lovely pictures of hares. Which normally I only do on the NHS app. Right? Please find attached picture of curious hare. Does this need attention? Sincerely, hypochondriac. I don't think I've ever sent a photo of hair to my GP. But it's an option if you want to do that. It's now 7:10, and I'm just stuck in this level. I mean, I'm not actually stuck, but I mean, you know, ordinarily I would have stopped streaming by now, but them's the breaks, as Boris Johnson once said. I'll give Boris one thing. Endlessly quotable. I mean, a lot of the things that he said you don't want to repeat, but occasionally he said something that is inoffensive. Vegan sausage roll. He said that once. He said vegan. Vegan sausage roll. Really close to the microphone. He was on like on a radio show or something, so there was a lot of sort of compression and bass boost on it. And he was like, vegan sausage roll. And what did he say? That after Brexit, we would soon have access to our lovely new blue passports. Is this a secret over here? Yes, it is. Look, there's a gem. There's one scary bin man here. Ooh, ooh, there we go. What does that say? Black rip. Okay. He said, do they not have the balls to question me? I don't know if he said balls. Do they not have the guts to come and question me? Great supine protoplasmic invertebrate jellies. If you ever...
local delicacy is here. I hope it's spicy.
Oh god, I forgot that there's all this bit to do as well. Oh, I forgot how long this level is. Yeah, if you ever want to call a group of people cowardly, you can say that they are great supine protoplasmic invertebrate jellies. Boris did very little for the country, other than say a couple of things that are quite fun to repeat. And as I say, lots of other things that are not fun to repeat. Why wouldn't they make a level for each character? I don't know. Because now I'm thinking like... Yeah, suddenly Torna. I'm laughing to death, says. Hey TP, sub for another month, but didn't get a voice alert for some reason. Keep up the crash content, my fave mascot. Well, let me check the alerts. Yeah, I'm not seeing it in the background either. Well, I'm so sorry, Tim Tam Jim Jab, but thanks for bringing it to my attention. Hang on, let me just do a test one. so that you can get your... You deserve it. You deserve your thing. Hang on. Gotta pull it up. It'll be worth it. It's way harder to do on Stream Elements. You have to like open up the widget editor. Okay, here we go.
Thank you, Marta.
Oh, whoops, we heard it twice, but worth it. That was a test name, test username, but just pretend it said Tim Tam Jim Jam. Thank you so much for the sub, really appreciate it. You might want to check at your end after, I mean, maybe not now, it probably won't make much of a difference, but later today or tomorrow, just to make sure it's properly gone through. Either on your Twitch account or your Amazon if you've done it that way, or whoever it is that you use to pay for the fee. Don't want you to lose your treats. Oh, goddamn, these guys are fizzy. I'm wondering... Wait, what? Wait, what's happened here? Wait, what? Were they there the whole time? That stack of nitros? I've not seen those the whole time I've been doing this level. I don't think I've destroyed those yet. Oh, it's because I've been doing that every time. That really confused me. I was like, where did they come from? Have I been sent to a different part of the level? Oops. Oh, Torna is kind of difficult to be precise with. I'm just going to shoot Amy a message because she'll think that I'm done soon, or that I should have been done at 7, and I'm probably going to be on this level for another 15 minutes because... Not even because it's... Oh, she messaged me just now saying... Saying similar. Lovely. Well, although I think I did pretty well with the Dingo Dial segment, there are going to be bits here, like on this rail slide, for example, where you have to be really... You have to keep an eye on all these obstacles, but also there are going to be a bunch of boxes along, like off on the edge. And you have to... Oh, I really hate trying to land somewhere precise with Torna. There's something about... I think it's because she's tall, it makes her feel thinner, even though she's not. I imagine she's probably got the same, pretty much the same footprint as Crash and Coco. But it feels like her hitbox is way narrower. Here we go. Oops, I missed that switch. Could have activated these, but we're going. I can't really remember how much longer this bit is. Maybe it's not as long as I think. Maybe I could have still been going for boxes, but oops. But I want to make sure I finish in time for my delicious dinner that I think Amy is actually making for me right now, which is very, very kind. Oh, see, there was one off to the right there that I didn't even see until it was too late. You have to use your grappling hook thing to swing at crates like that one. Whoops. I forget you can use it as a weapon as well, actually. You can like, stun these guys with it. Okay, there we go. I closed my chat, actually, when I messaged Amy. Peter, pause your game and come downstairs. It's time for tea. That's what we could reach that point, yeah. But I'm streaming. I don't care if you're streaming. And I told you you're not allowed to stream until you've done your homework. Okay, there we go. What's for Dindin's TP? I'm not actually sure. What's for Dindin? We've got some salmon in the fridge. And we like to make this really nice salmon thing where it's kind of soy based. It's ooh, jump to the side. It's kind of soy sauce and white rice vinegar and or sometimes we'll get like a black bean sauce instead, and then you can just sort of stir fry it all either in a big pot with rice or in a big pot with noodles and relevant vegetables, baby corn maybe. I really don't like sweet corn, despise it, but baby corn, I'm all about it. Because it's tiny, you know. The big corn scares me, but Tiny Peter, baby corn. I'm a baby corn kind of guy, you know. Man, I'm so hot in here. I think this is like hotter than it's been when I've been streaming in the actual heat on the really warm days because I've not made any arrangements in order to keep the room cool. I kind of got complacent thinking, oh, it's way cooler now, so right, I'm not going for that yellow fruit. There's no point. Oh, and I just got it then by shooting an enemy into it instead. Yeah, it's so hot in here because I didn't... No, what am I doing? They come towards me, so don't chase them because they're gonna get away from you like that. Oh. Oh yeah, that thing hurts you, doesn't it? I forget. Ooh. Yeah, that thing was coming up. Hi. Okay. Oh, screw that. No, I'm not going for that. Let's just get to the end of this level. I like baby corn or corn on the cob. I'm reading the chat when I'm rail grinding. It's not a good idea. We do not want your comments, Peter Austin. Well, I don't want yours because they're stopping me from playing the game correctly. I do. I always want your comments, everyone. Thank you, Amy. It is obscenely warm in here. Warmest room she's ever walked into, and she's been in a sauna before. So, Amy's just opened the door with a fan turned on in the corridor facing me. There was just a wall of coolness. And I can now smell delicious dinner as well. Oh, we're so nearly there. I don't know why they made this into one level. It's just 2 levels bolted together, and I forgot that halfway through, suddenly you're taller, and you have to do a whole... Oh god, that fan, it's just so good. How is it warmer than the spinning class room last week? Well, there you go, it must be. It must be a warm room. If she's saying it's the warmest room ever, and she was in spin class last week on the hottest day, now you guys can really feel for me. Oh, she says it's air conditioned. Well, that helps. Yeah, well, everyone was saying if you spin enough, it'll be like a fan and you'll cool the room down anyway, so... What am I doing? I'm just chasing these cars again. They're not cars. Can she crouch? Probably not. No, she can just do that. Oh, I wonder if I perfectly timed a body slam, if she would, like, crouch underneath the... I'll go for the mask. The mask is important. where am I going? Over there. Okay. The end. Thank God.
Fried mystery food.
Mmm. What a marathon. Well, it's been enough and you'll become Crash Bandicoot. Yeah, that's true, actually. Oh, look at that skin. Kind of looks like, Megumi, I want to say. One of the, like, podium girls from... Where is it? Oh, we don't know the name of it. I guess it's just the Rush Hour outfit. Like, it's just meant to be kind of futuristic. But it looks like one of the ones from CTR, you know? Rush took about an hour, says Lovebrotovich. It certainly did. Well, we made it to nearly the end of the future snack realm, the snacks dimension. Next week... Not next week, I'll come to that in a moment. There's important housekeeping to tell you in just a moment. But next time we will finish off the snack dimension, and then we've got some very hard levels to do. And any time that we've got left on the stream, I guess I will spend playing Coco flashback tapes because, well, I was going to say because we don't have 3 hours of ordinary levels left to do, but actually we've got some Cortex and Dingo Dial and Torna levels to do as well, I think, which I've not been doing as I've gone along. And then, yeah, we can grab tapes and play tape levels as well. So there'll be plenty to do for 3 hours. It's just how much of it we get done. But next time will be my final Crash 4 stream, I'm pretty certain. But Thursday, please do join me as usual. I'll be playing some Haven Call of the King, and we will be doing, again, really difficult stuff. I'm going for Rune Towers and doing all the hardest challenges in the game. I'm looking forward to it for the time being, but as soon as I start doing it, I will regret it, I'm sure. But the following week, I am not going to be streaming. I'm going on my Holly Bobs. I'm going to Spain, and I may not come back in one piece because it will be exceptionally warm there. Warmer than it is here. But at least their buildings are designed to cope with it. So perhaps I'll actually be more comfortable over there than I have been here in the UK for the past week. But in any case, I will not be streaming next week on Monday or Thursday. So you can catch me on this Thursday for one more stream this week. Then I've got a week off, and I will see you the following week. So no Crash next Monday is the important point there. Spain, my God, yes, that's right, Lord B. There's probably, like, you know, health warnings about being in Spain right now, but who cares? They have the sea. We'll go in the sea. Put cream on and go in the sea. There we go. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's stream. Hello, by the way, Boring Loner. Sorry, I was locked in for the past sort of 20 to 25 minutes, I think, and I've hardly read any of the chat, but thanks for dropping by, Boring Loner. Nice to see you. My mum just dropped off a homemade Lancashire hot pot, so if you hear munching, forgive me. Well, I've been in the hot pot today, but I'm fine now. And Cheese's Life quite rightly saying that you only like baby corn or corn on the cob. Canned corn can get away from me. I'm with you. Absolutely. So, yikes. There we go. I didn't even get to see what everyone was saying about the wildlife, but I recommend going out and looking at badgers and stuff if you can. Go and do it, if possible. Yikes. Well, thanks for being here, everyone. Let me just see who's live, because we can do a nice raid, can't we? Professor Juice is live. Adam Pacitti is live. Let's raid Professor Juice. If you want to go and see Rosie playing some Star Fox. Oh, cool. Okay. Professor Juice playing Star Fox. Let's do a raid. Yeah. Cool. Let's do that. I've actually navigated away from chat, so I can't type. There we go. /raid. Professor Juice. Oops. Spelt it wrong. Missed off the R in Professor. Professor Juice. Right, there we go. Thanks for being here, everyone. I will see you all on Thursday for some super challenge mode Haven Call of the King, but it will at least, I think, be quite nice to watch. It'll be fun to watch because I'll be in a lot of the time I'll be in like a big rolly ball and I'll be going down some crazy speed ramps and stuff. So it's not just going to be me in a spaceship flying around fighting enemies, which kind of sucks in that game, not gonna lie. So please do drop by, catch some Haven on Thursday, but go say hi to Rosie and enjoy the rest of your days, everyone. Thanks for dropping by, and I'll see you very, very soon. Bye, everyone.